We're three guys who like to talk pinball, so we came up with a clever name. We're Joel and Travis down who talk pinball, and we call ourselves Triple Drain, Triple Drain, Triple Drain. We're Triple Drain.
Triple Drain.
We're here. This is a big episode, guys. I don't know if you noticed the title.
Huge.
It is episode 69. 69. Yeah.
Nice.
That's all I needed. That's all
What
I
does
knew.
that even mean?
I don't know. It's better than
So
6,
you're saying
7.
this is the last episode of Triple Drain then? We all agreed 4 years ago.
69. Go out
69
on top.
episones. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, or
That's,
bottom. It depends. It depends which side of
I don't
the
know.
equation you're
69's
on.
definition of teamwork, right? I mean, that's really what you know, it's we're crushing it. We're doing
Tom's like,
there's-
shit, I do it from the side. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
There's three of us. I'll just watch.
Oh my goodness.
Wait a second. Are you inferring Joel and I?
Hey, I'm happy to be a part of this team. That's what I'm talking about. This podcast. I'm enjoying
His beard
podcasting
would be
with you
way
guys.
too scruffy. No.
Oh,
No,
Lord.
sorry.
Oh,
We're not doing that,
my
Joel.
Goodness.
Chafing.
Okay.
Chafing, yeah.
I regret it. I regret going down and even mentioning it. But anyways, let's just
Going
lead
down,
into
Joel? Jeez.
let's just lead into the topic that I know everybody wants to talk about, and that is Tom has made an amazing decision. He's made an amazing decision that all of his close friends support him in,
Okay.
and
I
that is
can't
Tom
wait to
bought a
hear
new
about
pinball
it.
machine. Tom bought a new
Oh,
pinball
that's
machine.
right.
Tom, please tell the world what your new pinball machine and why it was an incredible decision.
I got an Uncanny X-Men Pro.
That a boy.
And-
That a boy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Travis, you support that decision, right?
Oh, yeah. Just buy all the new unboxed pinball machines you can. Yeah, well, shit. Wait. You bought it
Well,
used,
this wasn't
didn't you?
new in box.
Yeah.
This wasn't-
Damn. Never mind.
Okay.
Never
so
mind.
For people that don't know, I got heckled by multiple people when I bought my X-Men
Multiple.
LE because they're like, how in the world did you not buy a Jaws or a Kong or a this or a that?
Because you were
Like,
talking
I
about
was
those
the
games
guy.
so much. Then out of nowhere,
Mhm.
you're like, well, instead Jaws, I'm
Bought
going to
an
get an
XNLE.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're like, I
mean,
think the code is going to catch up at some point.
It's one thing to be heckled by you, Travis, but to have industry professionals be like, "All right, you bought an X-Men." I was like, ugh, like it's like like it just kind of a shot to the heart, you know. And here's the deal: I don't regret it. No shame. I
The
like
heart
my
wants what
X-Men
the heart
LE.
wants. Like
heart
that's,
wants
that's all that
what the
matters
heart
with
wants.
pinball. Yes.
And what I love is the fact that Tom's heart wanted an X-Men Pro. And I'm
Yes.
That's
happy for
true.
you. Do you? How's that X-Men Pro treating you?
Actually, really good. It shoots really well.
Yeah.
The price on it was fantastic.
You got it.
I have no complaints.
Yeah, X-Men Pro for under $5,000. That's pretty.
Ooh, edit that out. No.
Well, oh yeah,
No,
because you're gonna
no.
sell it. No,
No, I'm
it's-
just
it
kidding.
was-
You can leave it in. I don't care.
Yeah.
No, my
No.
feelings aren't hurt.
Tom,
I'm
do you-
just
do you-
I'm just effing with you guys. You can say
Yeah.
whatever price. I don't care.
Tom, do you care about Travis's feelings? Because
No,
I mean, that
no, I think that's
Yeah.
well,
Okay. And neither
well
does what's
stated.
his name. Okay. Wait. We forgot about this. What's the guy's name on our YouTube comments? I usually don't pay attention to it.
oh, we had
sent
the
it to
best
me.
YouTube comment ever. Yeah, somebody find
and
that.
I was like
Oh,
laughing
my
my
goodness.
ass off. It was
It's-
perfect.
Okay,
Oh,
I
I
gotta
loved
find
it.
that. But so Tom, when you bought X-Men, one of the first things I ask is, how's the plunge? And your plunge is
fantastic.
perfect. And did you mess with it at all? Did you do anything? Or you just got
Nope.
lucky?
It was already messed with, so
All right.
Perfect.
Tom, in 6 words
Yes.
or more, how much are
Okay.
you enjoying X-Men?
a lot.
All right,
Atta
you made it. Yeah.
Can you tell us why? Could you tell us what is it about
In
X-Men that you're
7
enjoying?
words or more, can you tell us why?
No, I wanted to explore the code more,
Mm-hmm.
which needs some work still.
Mm-hmm.
One of the modes is foobar.
Yep.
Like
Sentinel
it's-
mode.
called Foobar or it just is Foobar?
No,
It's broken.
It's the
Oh,
Rogue
okay.
one, right?
Yeah.
Right, Joel?
Yeah.
What's
They
broken
released
about
new
it? Is
code.
it just
It doesn't. The Sentinels are
you know
supposed
how
to move.
it used to the
They don't
Sentinels
move.
used to move. They don't move at all. They're just
oh,
like,
they just chill out? They just got tired.
we're sitting right here.
I love how Joel's looking down. He didn't see that. That's awesome.
No, I'm sorry. I'm looking for that amazing YouTube comment. It's because it's
I know.
worth it.
It's almost like we should have had a
Oh.
pre-production meeting.
Oh, I should have been. This is what I'm going to be doing for
It's
the
fine.
next.
Here. Homie's probably watching us again. Just
Just
copy
leave-
paste your comment down
leave
on
the
episode
comment again.
69. Yeah, we'll pin it.
Oh,
Like
I'll
it
find
was freaking hilarious.
So
Well,
I'm personally enjoying X-Men. I have no regrets, and the reality is, I just
No
love the way it
regrets?
shoots. I got the plunge dialed in. Shout out to the Raiden mod that goes in the back, and then I put the stern fix in. I took it out. It shoots better without it. So I got my plunge where it needs to be. I put in the official stern ball hop fix for the left flipper, and
This is a
I
great
did do this.
modification. A fantastic.
I did do
modification to
this,
put in.
which is something I swapped out the bushings with precision flipper bushings, just the metal bushings. I still have normal flippers, but I swapped out the bushings, and that gave me now enough power that I can cradle the left flipper and I can hit the midtown shot. And now that I've done those things, like it shoots like I love the way it shoots. The kinetic satisfaction of that game is off the charts. I love the way it shoots. And I'm still holding out on the code. I'm still holding out on the code and really hoping that
I found
Yeah.
the comment.
Oh, please.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Oh,
Please
I
read
just
it
found
out
it too. I
loud.
think you got it. Yep.
Should
Share
I
it with
say
the
who
class.
it's? I should say who it's
No,
Yeah,
from.
let's give him a
say
shout
who
out.
it's from.
Give-
let's
yeah.
let's
give him a
give them
shout out.
credit.
From Purple Cow Milk. Tom sounds like a smart guy trying to sound dumb. Travis sounds like a dumb guy trying to sound smart. And Joel sounds like he's just happy to be included in the conversation. Really interesting vibe. Thank you.
It's incredible. I mean,
I
what
want to put that on a poster.
It's such a
My
good
God.
comment. I'm not offended in any way, and I hope neither of you are, because
I
I'll
want
tell
to
you
put
right
it on
now.
merch. That's what I
If
want to
we,
do.
whatever the next, if we ever, whether Twippies or something like that, if they're like, hey, can you give us a bio? Can you give us a little blurb of what your podcast is? I think I'm just going to copy paste that.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously. That catches it
that is-
perfectly. It's
that
4
is-
years like wrapped
Yeah.
up right there. Just in a
69
few
episodes.
sentences.
Yeah. Well done. Okay. Well, X-Men, we're still in a weird spot with X-Men. We're still waiting on accessories. We're still waiting on that code. I mean, there's a lot left that needs to be added in that game. No Nimrod mode, no Senator Kelly, no Master mode, Master Mold. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm hopefully
it's only
optimistic.
at 0.94, so
They got time. That's what I'm going to
Still
keep
got
telling
time.
myself. They got time.
Still got time.
time. Yeah.
Okay. So now that we got that out of the way,
It's
because
not at the 2-year mark.
no,
It hasn't
they
been vaulted yet.
They got time. Let's talk about. Okay, I have to give Travis props, and what I'm giving him props for was, and this is what's frustrating, is because he knew it. He knew it the whole time he was playing dumb, right? Which was, we were talking pre-expo, and we were talking about just overall game design. And Travis asked the question, what elite level players are currently designing pinball machines? And we sat there and the answer at the time was Keith Elwin. Keith Elwin was really the only one that we could say, what elite level player is designing pinball machines? Because the question was, there are some people that think some of these pinball designers are only designing games for tournament players, or they don't have the right audience in mind. And Travis pointed out that when it comes to tournament games, the ones they have to tweak the most are Keith Elwin games. So that seems kind of contradictory, right? That the tournament level guy is actually making the ones that are kind of worse for tournaments, but actually get played all the time for tournaments. Well, he's saying all this, and like 3 days later, it's announced that Carl D'Angelo, an elite level player, designed Winchester Mystery House, and you knew about it. You knew about it the whole time, and
I have
somehow
no comment on those accusations.
no comment. Well, hey, Carl, I would consider Carl a friend. I know he's a personal friend for both of you guys as well. I mean, huge shout out to Carl for one doing this. I mean, I don't know. Like I'm proud of the guy for for putting his neck out there and committing, like trying to add to the pinball hobby beside, beyond what he already does between his amazing tournament streams and his YouTube streams or Twitch streams, like to actually build and be a part of building Machine. Huge props. But on top of all that, it looks like he designed an amazing game. I mean, it sold out in less than 2 days? Tom Graf, you have one coming your way, don't you?
See, that means gestural in Spanish.
So
Nice.
tell me, Tom, why? What made you pull the trigger? Was it after seeing the game, or just you want to support Carl? Like what?
Well, it was a combination of both. But I mean, I saw the game. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. And then like designed by Carl D'Angelo. It's like, oh, well, then I'm getting it.
So if it would have just been Barrels of Fun, Winchester Mystery House, Carl's name was not mentioned at all. So you assume it was the same, David Van Ness or Travis.
I could have possibly still bought it, but I think Carl was a big influence. Definitely.
I agree. I 100% agree. And we were all at Expo. I had some awesome conversation with
Not
David
to put
Van
any
Ness.
pressure on you, Carl.
No. Awesome conversations with David Van Ness and the Barrels of Fun team. And honestly, I think I think Barrels of Fun now has their Keith Elwin. Like, I think the way that Carl D'Angelo's brain works, he designed that entire game. I was talking to Travis, who works, not this Travis, a smart Travis that works at Barrels of Fun.
Not the dumb one. Dumb one. Yeah.
Good Travis. He's an engineer. And like, I asked him, I was like, how involved was the Barrels team in this design? Because Carl D'Angelo is not a mechanical engineer. He's not an electrical engineer. He's like an IT professional at a school. Like, how much involvement did you get in this physical? And he's like, we did very little. Like, Carl taught himself SolidWorks. Carl was supplying all this. We, would help him with tooling or help him with these little things. But like, that is almost entirely Carl's baby. And that's unbelievable to have that level of design right out the gate. But Travis, I think you had some inside baseball here or saw a little of this. I mean, what's your view on all this with Carl taking on this game?
Well, so, okay, to be crystal clear, just to get it out there, Carl was never the one that told me. Like, we talk to Carl all the time, and
Right.
he literally gave no clue to this at all. So we'll just get that one out of the way. But no, so the game itself, like, as soon as I saw it, like, I knew it was just going to be an absolute banger. And the funny part is that the actual theme, I know the theme to it immediately, just because Monica's made me watch the movie, and there was like a TV show or something about that. So I was familiar with that. And to me, it's like, as soon as I saw it and I realized everything that was involved in it, then I knew immediately, like, I just figured this sucker's going to sell out instantly. And the reason being is because not only that it looks cool, but who's behind it. And I think in the pinball industry, brand is a powerful thing, a very powerful thing, especially if you have less units being produced. I mean, obviously it's like 500 something odd, something like that. So, I mean, you mix those two things together, you're cooking with gas at that point, right? It's going to be a dynamite thing happening.
Right.
But overall, the game itself, it played fun. And what I personally enjoyed about it, I probably played it 3 or 4 times at Expo. And what I enjoyed about it is I found it challenging to play. And not meaning like all the shots were bricking or anything like that. I'm just meaning it was a unique layout in which there was only a couple of shots that reminded me of other shots. Then there was other shots that were just in places that didn't necessarily feel familiar as much, right? So, for example, the upper flipper, whenever the diverter that's up top, whenever it turned and you're able to hit it through, I can't remember if it's a spinner or just like a backwards, almost U-turn type shot back down to a flipper, that felt pretty like a great shot. And the reason for that is I personally feel like the U-turn shot, especially the scoop in the middle, is just overused so much right now in pinball, like the past 10, 15 years or so, that felt like a great new take.
That's
something similar but familiar.
Can you give me that shot in another game? A
Well,
U-turn shot with
like
a
it's in
scoop
like
in the
Rick
middle?
and Morty, like something like that, where the locks come
Just
up.
like a horseshoe.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep, just like
Okay.
a quick, yeah, I call it U-turn, but yeah, just a quick horseshoe
Yep.
shot. So I mean, and there's different versions of it, of course.
Sure.
Like Mandalorian, they have a version of that. I
Yeah.
mean, there's different many versions of it. So it's kind of like that's what
It's
pinball
like
design
all of
essentially
Scooby-Doo.
becomes.
It's like all
Yeah,
of Scooby-Doo.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
horseshoe shots. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
and it's been done a lot. So to me, that felt like that was a good take on that type of shot. But yeah, I mean, overall, it felt like it was challenging, and it's rare that there's a game that feels that challenging. But it just felt like you wanted to keep coming back for more, to try something new.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the thing I could figure out too with the ramps is it just felt like the ramps were, I mean, and there's been ramps in those spots. Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing innovative, like, oh, so you're putting a ramp in a brand new spot. But it's just the fact of the location where they were at that kind of changed the dynamics a little bit more, considering how the middle kind of was, right? Because everything's kind of offset to the right-hand side, whereas the left-hand side, there's more shots close to you in proximity. So you had to kind of plan some things out. And I found that interesting. I wasn't sure exactly how it would play, all things considered, because it felt like the flippers were purposefully sagged down a little bit. So that kind of changed the dynamic a little bit also in terms of ball control on your flippers or, getting a live catch or something like that. But, overall, I'm excited to see how it's going to play. I didn't really know the code at all or the rules.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't pay attention to the rules at all. I just acted like it was a whitewood. And I just wanted to flip shots and just see how it played. But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
I completely
Carl did a
agree.
great job.
Well, and it's refreshing not to see a fan layout done. It's refreshing to see different things being done, and especially like that turntable, which changes your shot. I mean, that's freaking fantastic.
I
Yeah,
completely
it's
agree.
doing a lot with an area in which you only have so much real estate. Like we talked about this before, right? There's only so much real estate underneath that glass on that play field. So when you can figure out how to manipulate the ball and actually show different paths that way, I mean, that to me, that is fun. And it's kind of interesting because I feel like to an extent, obviously it's not the same, but I feel like to an extent, Harry Potter kind of does that as well, but it's just blocked off so much by so many sculpts on top. It's just kind of hard to see ball paths, right? I mean, you have the big diverter, right, with the stairs,
right,
and you can kind of track it, but at the same time, it's kind of blocked off by so much. Whereas with Carl's game, with that, it's like you can tell where the ball's going to go generally, and that kind of makes it a little bit more, I guess, kinetically satisfying, like you were saying, Tom, just because you can see it all the way through and you can see the changes rapidly happening. So for me, I like the idea of that. But that being said, I did play Harry Potter a ton too, because that game shoots fantastic as well. So don't want anybody to think I'm just like crapping on Harry Potter with that.
No, I didn't think that.
I would say what stood out to me. So I literally played one game of Winchester at Expo because the line was really long, and I knew I should be streaming it here within the next few weeks. My initial thought was I was going to stream it like a week or two after Expo, but they took Zach's game. He has number one. They took it all the way back to Barrels of Fun and basically went through the whole game because they wanted to see, this game got literally hundreds and hundreds of plays. What's loose, what's tight, what's worn, what's this, how do we learn from this? So that's really cool that they did that to know, where we need to do X, Y, or Z for the future games. So hopefully I'll get it soon. But I only played one game on it, and I did the same thing Travis did. I really wasn't focused on the code at all. It was just treating this as a whitewood. Let me find all the shots. And to play an entire game and know I didn't hit every shot, and it's not because it's poorly designed or I'm bricking everything. It's just there's that much packed into the game. And the way that turntable will change, your upper loop shot, your upper flipper shot could go one way with the turntable, or it could go another way with the turntable, or all of a sudden, boom, it fed the ball, and there's actually like kind of a left orbit that goes all the way down the left side of the game. And next thing I know, my lower flipper just got fed with a shot from the upper flipper. Like, what just happened? It's just that type of stuff is so exciting to me, that if you have that type of layout that's that dynamic and that can adjust or divert itself to make so many different ball paths, they can make really creative modes with that, and you're going to have really creative and unique moments in that game. And I have full confidence that Carl D'Angelo and the way that his brain works, because he's taken full ownership of the code and the structure of this game, the code design, that he's going to really give it his all with unique modes, and the modes are based on the different rooms and stuff. And I am pumped. This is one of those games that I am so excited to stream and play, and I'm just so excited that it's out there, which says a lot for a boutique, a smaller company with a run of only 500. Like, for me to be this excited about a known, like a license for me that I don't care about, I've never heard of. Like, I am pumped to play this game, and that says a lot. Like, because it's not the license that sold me. It's what I'm seeing in the game, the layout, the code, everything. So really excited for Winchester Mystery House and what's coming with that. And I know there's a lot more to come. Yeah, Dune. Did either of you guys, were you able to play Dune at Expo? Do you have any new or has your view on that game changed at all with the chance to play it more?
I played it once at Expo, but I also Lumberjack Johnny's just got theirs, so I've put some plays on it, and I think it's fantastic. I've actually been debating on getting one now.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, it's a fun game once you kind of understand what's going on. And
so what's
everything.
Standing out to you? Like, what you say it's fun? Is it layout rules? What
shots, layout rules, everything? I mean, it's just like I said, it's just a different feeling, like where you want to explore the game, and it's not so much just repeating shots and things like that.
Sure. What about you, Travis? Did you play Dune anymore? Or
I mean, I played it enough. It's just like, I love the atmosphere of it. So, yeah. I mean, and we talked about this before. Dune itself, in terms of the theme, I'm not a huge fan of it. I've watched the films like once, I think. And, I think if you're a Dune fan, I think you'll love the game itself. But the atmosphere that they can create with their house system, like, to me, that's a unique thing.
The
and
lighting, horizontal, aerial lighting. Is that what it is?
Yep. And I think that's like how it goes from day to night. I think that's pretty cool. And that adds theme immersion to me. I think that's kind of what they've got. And the sandworm part's cool, but that's just for me as a player, just when the lights change like that, and you can you almost feel like it's not just, I guess, a massive light show just blinding you or anything like that, right? Yeah. It's something that's kind of unique. And it just, I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it. It just gives you a different feeling when you're playing, when it has those changes that come with 100%. Whatever the game state's at.
When it initially came out, I mean, the first thing that I was really drawn to was the actual Dune sculptures on the playfield, like over those ramps and stuff. I mean, reminded me of Whitewater. It's just kind of immersive and cosmetically nice,
Yep.
The 3D sculpts. And quick side comment. I know Tom he just bought the 4th Stumbler mod, the 4th building. And it's amazing how, like, I have all them in my Godzilla, and Godzilla is an amazing game. We all agree upon that. And Godzilla, in terms of Butyrate, or like flat plastics, the back panel's already kind of 3D. There's 3D buildings or whatnot. Like, I definitely never felt like a Godzilla had a ton of flat plastic, but it's amazing when you start adding in more 3D mods, how it just takes a game to a whole nother level. Like, it really makes a game stand out.
Yeah, to piggyback off that. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And to piggyback off that, so we did a delivery to a house just last week, and he has a full Stern lineup, right? Mm-hmm. But every game he has decided to deck out. And when I say deck out, I mean, these are like what you would think it would look like. Heavily modded, but it's tasteful, right?
Okay. Sure.
Like I was looking at this thinking, okay, it might be overboard, but the more I looked at it, it's almost as if, because you couldn't see flat plastics hardly at all. And there was stuff that was, whether it's 3D sculpt or however he did it, it almost felt like the playfield itself, like, was just coming alive. Like, his Godzilla had the right mods on it that just made sense for what the situation was. His King Kong had the same thing, where it had this jungle theme with palm trees up and different trees in certain areas. I'm just like, okay, it kind of feels like you're actually getting in that world. And I can feel myself starting to go that direction. I know in the past when I've seen stuff like that wasn't done nearly as well. It just kind of, I don't know. It almost felt like I even tested it out one time on one of my games just to see like what all the hoopla was. And it freaking looked like a third grade project. Like it was just a total failure. And I'm like, what am I even doing right now? But there are
Monica's like fifth grade project at least.
Oh, But what I'm saying is now obviously like this day and age in 2025, I think just the mods that have come out now, it's like everybody's game has stepped up. And it's almost people seeing how Barrels is doing things, how Spooky's doing things. They see some of the stuff that Stern's putting out, and they see some of the stuff that Barrels, like anybody that's in the game right now, putting stuff out, that they're kind of taking those ideas and just really running with it. And it's, I get it though. There's no license restrictions, so they can pretty much do what they want at will with it. So there is some of that, but it is interesting to see a Stern pinball machine kind of go that direction, and it totally changes just what it is. Like I saw Jaws like that. I saw, was it a Godzilla like that? I saw a Rush like that. And it just, it was interesting. So for me in my head, I'm just kind of like, all right, what's going to happen to the landscape if Stern ever decides that we're going to start kind of going that direction a little bit, but still keep their same identity? And so for me, I'm just curious to see the evolution of pinball in general with that, because it seems like everybody else is doing it, right? And they're all having, I mean, obviously they're not having success to the tens of thousands unless you're counting like, Harry Potter obviously sold thousands. But, I'm curious to see at scale if this is going to be like the industry changing thing, or is this going to be like the 3D TV to where it's cool for a couple of years?
You got it. Like Harry Potter felt loaded when I got the game. I remember looking at it. I was like, this game feels loaded. Would there be a few areas that I could see a mod? But there are some games where the moment you get it, you look at it and you're like, all right, a modder is going to replace that. A modder is going to replace that. A modder is going to replace that. And I understand like they got to sell these games and they got to make money. But when you hear like, oh, the game's loaded, like Evil Dead has a ton of cool mechs, but it also has a ton of good sculpts. Like obviously Dune, there's very few flat plastics, and the flat plastics that are in the game, the slingshots or the inlane outlane, you can buy molded sculpts from Barrels of Fun to replace them. And Labyrinth was a bunch of sculpts. I know Winchester shows a whole bunch of sculpts. I would assume Beetlejuice is going to have a ton of sculpts. Like they know, spend the money and immediate. It just changes the perception of the game of like, oh, these people are. Oh, I just heard a quack. Somebody's updating.
No, my Godzilla just updated.
Your Godzilla knows X-Men's in, so it's like, I got to do this. But
wow.
Okay, so I got a question for you too.
Okay,
so listeners, please keep your pitchforks down. I'm not trying to give Stern any ideas or anything like that. I'm just asking these two bozos in front of me what they think about this, because you just mentioned what Barrels does.
Okay,
right, with their plastic slings, right, and then they have. Yep. So, how would you guys react if any of these manufacturers tried to do that at scale, to where they had their models that they put out, but obviously because they have their bomb built in, that's what the game is, but then they decide to have their own mods as accessories afterwards that you could put actually inside the game? Like, how would we feel about that?
In my opinion,
because I've wondered this, and I honestly don't know how I would feel about that.
If I'm buying pros, I'd say yes, absolutely. If I'm buying an LE and you're telling me to put mods in it, I would have a lot of reservations about that.
See, that's what I'm curious.
I feel like the limited editions should have the mods already in it.
Well, the perfect example there is an LE, a Stern LE has everything you need in the game except for the topper, right? Well, shoot a rod, right? On some
right, you used to have the shoot. Yeah, it's
Jaws does, but
Jaws,
like X-Men
Jaws had
doesn't.
it. Well, it has both actually. Came with both,
but really, it's like as an X-Men LE owner, I'm just trying to be cool like Tom. The only thing I care about, the only thing left for me to buy for that game is the topper. So I know there are people upset if I'm going to spend that money for an LE, why I should get the topper. I do feel that toppers though are not everybody wants a topper. So if all of a sudden that was included in the LE, if the LE was now $1,500 more, but every LE came with a topper, there would be people that would complain that I don't want it. So, but to have that purchase, like something you could purchase, I think for the pro or premium buyers, as you guys know, there's plenty of pro buyers that do not care about the aesthetic part of the pinball machine at all. They just want the game. They just want the game and they want to play it. So if that's a way that perceptually they're saving money, I guess
the best way to ask this question then would be to Tom, since he buys LEs here and there, like one or two of them
here and there.
But how would you feel if you were buying an LE and then there was still nothing for the outside, no powder coating offered outside of that or anything like that? Like you still have everything, and the only thing offered as like a upgraded modification for pro and premium people are any type of sculpt that could have been on the LE to a point, like maybe say like 75% of it or something like that.
Honestly, I'd be fine with it.
Well, I mean, that is Dune. Like Dune is their one model. They call it a limited edition. They advertise it as all included, like that's their hashtag, like all in or something. It was showing that we supply it all. But then afterwards, they sell a sling plastic sculpt kit. So I don't know. I mean, I read the Dune forums on Pinside. I haven't been seeing people upset of like, why was this not included? I don't know.
But to be fair, though, that's a sling plastic. Like if we're talking like, what if like the spider on Kong looked a little bit different? You know what I mean? Or something like that. Like that's what I'm getting at. There's something a little bit bigger on the playfield, a little bit more noticeable, or maybe you're enhancing the Godzilla building, kind of like what Stumbler does. Yeah. I've always wondered.
Cosmetic, I think you're fine. If it's game changing, like obviously there are people that bought Cactus Canyon limited edition and then are upset that they years later have to buy the upgrade.
Yeah, I don't think you can go game changing. I think I'm looking like strictly cosmetics that brings people more into the world, that if somebody wants to deck out their game and add on more to it, they can, especially if they don't want to upgrade and, get the mirrored back glass, get the powder coat, get the Seth and Gary Stern signed certificate of authenticity. If they don't want those things, totally cool. But I've just always wondered if there's room for something like that, just because I see where pinball's starting to evolve in terms of how people are approaching some of these games, in terms of what they look like, what's on them, what's under the glass for it.
I'm all for the problem with the reason Stumbler mods are amazing is because Davey, the guy that makes Stumbler mods, is brilliant, and he found a really good way to kind of tap into the system and made his mods interact with the game. Like, so they feel stock. They don't feel like an add-on. They, the light shows interact with gameplay. And he figured that out because he's really smart. The reason I like buying Stern toppers is because the toppers react to the gameplay. So if Stern started releasing mods for their games, like you're saying, cosmetic additions, if they interact with the game, I obviously I want the games to be better and better, but am I going to sit here and be upset about why wasn't it not included? I don't know. I'm all for like expression lights, right? You can buy expression lights for a premium. They're not included. So some people that want them can get them. It's all cosmetic.
It's a tough thing because, I mean, I could see the community kind of coming out with backlash about it.
I told them to keep their pitchforks down, though, Tom. I told them to keep their pitchforks down
if they want it, right?
But yeah, I mean, I guess for me, like the limited edition should always have everything.
Yes.
Like you shouldn't have to, buy more things into it, I guess, under the glass.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. And that's kind of the questions I was asking, because I think we see this to certain degrees already. So, for instance, you look at spooky games, right? You have the base model, and you have to pay extra for, what is it called? The butter cabinet. Yeah.
Butter cabinet.
Right.
So that's extra. Obviously, with Stern, toppers are not included necessarily. So you have to pay extra for that if you want to get something to that extent. So the expression lights, right? It's not with everything. You have to pay extra for that to be included. So I feel like to certain extents that we're kind of seeing this gradually happen more and more. And I'm just curious how far that envelope can get pushed until people are like, no, you can't. That's too far. You can't go that far.
I think if it's all included in LEs, people are going to buy more LEs. I just it is nice not having to think about all the stuff I got to add to my game. Like X-Men already has it all. It already has everything. I don't have to worry about grabbing art blades, expression lighting.
So are you saying, have you not added anything to your X-Men so far?
Okay, well, I added the rated mods.
Because you did say
the rated mods.
Yeah, and then you added what?
Well,
bushings
I have not added anything cosmetic.
Didn't you fix the flipper hop?
Tom, we got a button for this.
Let's relate it to.
He's got something to say, Tom talks. He's got nothing to say, Tom talks. Tom talks.
I got nothing. Let's relate it to Star Wars. So I bought a Pro.
Yes.
Stern saved me $600 by not allowing the expression lights to go into it.
Okay. And the art blade expression, the interior expression.
Let's say they were like, "Hey Tom, you could buy the Darth Vader head, the Stormtrooper head, the light up
Jabba
with
the
Hutt.
ball." Yeah.
And the TIE Fighter. I think those are like the 4 toys on there that aren't included in the Pro.
Sure.
I mean, I guess I might consider that, but I don't know if, again, as an LE owner, I might be like, hey, he bought the Pro. Why are you allowing him to mod out his game with the same effects? Now, maybe they would allow, or maybe they would do different things as add-ons, but I don't know. I just think, I think there's a slippery slope. With barrels, you have one game, everybody has the same game. I think it's a little different that way. Do you follow what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah.
I love what you're saying. I'm just respecting the Tom talks till Joel hits the button again.
I think, I want to
hit the damn.
You're a smart man. I hit buttons and it's not working. There.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Tom was ready.
I got nothing.
So wait,
it's
Tom.
Quiet
So
too.
I noticed something here. So you were mentioning Stern saved you $600. So you're saying if you would have had the option for the expression lights on your Star Wars Pro,
I would have definitely bought them. I mean, there wouldn't have been a question.
But yet you didn't. What was the main reason you bought the Pro over the Premium? What was it that you saw in the Premium that you're like, it's not worth it?
Because I saved $6,000, Joel.
$6,000?
Well, yeah, a Pro is $7,000 and a LE is $13,000.
You think Tom's buying a premium, Joel?
He doesn't go premium.
I can't do math,
buying a premium, Joel?
I was talking premium because premium is like that. What is it? $2,500 upgrade.
Tom doesn't even know the word premium, Joel. It's LE. LE, limited edition.
Yeah. But that's where, it's easy. The math between a premium and an LE, because they're essentially the same game, but it's like everything's cut. It's like, art blades, if you bought those yourself, that's $100. If you did your powder coating yourself, that may be $200 or $300. But then do you want to factor in having to buy the new rig?
Are you going to math this out? You're going to get me in trouble, Joel.
HD glass, the shaker, the powder coating.
If you're gonna buy all the add-ons,
you might as well buy the LE unless you don't want them.
But that mirrored back glass, the mirrored back glass is the one thing you can't really buy. Well, the art blades are technically unique to an LE as well, but it's like that is the main thing. So that was the math I was doing in my head when I bought my X-Men LE used. I'm just like, well, shoot, if I get a premium and I start adding expression this and this and this, I'm already at that price.
I can't believe you guys do math. while buying pinball machines.
Oh,
I
you just buy? Yeah.
I just tell Monica, hey, I want to get this machine. And she either says yes
Yeah.
or no, So
That's nice of her.
Well,
we
yeah.
figure it
What
out
I'm
from
saying
there.
as a pro owner, I can't buy the expression lights. So
But if you could, you would.
if I could, I probably would. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are
now,
you
isn't
buying?
on Spike 3, don't they pretty much have those lights on everything now? Or am I
I think no.
like, I don't know for sure if like a
the
pro Spike 3 moving forward would have them.
I think it's
I mean,
clear.
they could. I would
Okay.
assume they could, but the cabinet. Sorry, Joel.
Okay, that's what I'm
talk.
saying.
Is it
We gotta
Joel
be
talks
clear
now?
here.
Okay.
No, God. There's two. We just got to be clear of the expression lights in Star Wars are almost identical to inside the cabinet are almost identical to the expression lights in a Spike 2 game. So that's. But what I'm seeing
Because
in Walking Dead, which we're going to
yeah.
get to, those
Right.
expression lights look totally different. And
Right,
being that we've
yeah.
only seen one Spike 3 with that type of expression lights, I'm curious if in that expression light they've already advertised that expression lights you can
There's
you
one
can
problem
add to the premium.
There's one problem with those lights though
We're
on The
yes.
Walking Dead.
Go ahead and tell
Oh,
us
no.
about that.
I know what you're going to say, Tom
Tell us
Graf.
about those bullets, Tom.
Yeah, the bullets go one way, the lights go the other.
Yes, you are correct. But I'm saying the actual expression lights in that game look totally different than the expression lights in all of Stern's previous releases. So I'm curious to
Correct.
see moving forward if the cabinet speaker lights will be available for all models of Stern pinball machines from here on out. I don't know that answer, but it is clear that they have adapted speaker expression lights will be available for all models from here on out, because they've been doing that for a long time now. That even in the Spike 2 era, if your pro wants to have speaker expression lights, pretty much every
But do
new game in the
all
last
the speaker lights for Spike 2 work in all the games?
not yet. Like turtles, they
Nope.
have not coded turtles the expression speaker lights for turtles.
Not Avengers either.
No, we had
Yeah.
a customer asking us about this and asked us why we haven't got it done yet. I'm just like, we're not the ones who do it.
Yeah.
I don't
Give
know
all
what to
that,
tell
Travis.
you.
Come on,
Yeah.
Pinball Company.
Okay, we've gone on a whole lot. That was a great question, Travis, about your mods. But I just to wrap up on Dune.
Thank you,
I know
Joel.
we're going way back. Dune has been back in the house here for the last 2 weeks. I've played the heck out of it. My brother has officially changed his stance. Dune is his favorite pinball machine. That's where he's at. Dune is his
Ooh.
favorite pinball machine. My wife, it is her favorite pinball machine.
And have you bought one? Because we
No.
talked about this last
No, I
time.
have not. No, I have not. And there's reasons. I
Because
think Dune is a
as soon as you
fantastic
get
game.
it, they're not going to play it.
No, Tom,
Well-
the reason is because Joel, Daddy Joel, needs a 2026 freaking golf cart. That's the reason.
golf cart's
Like,
great.
let's
Golf cart's great.
just face
Honestly,
Bluetooth enabled.
the thing I'm
Yeah.
holding out on,
lit up spinner
is
rims.
I'm holding out on Winchester Mystery House, because I think a lot of the things my wife likes
Oh.
about Dune, she doesn't love. Like, it's not like Dune the theme is the thing that she loves. She loves the lighting in that game. The lighting system she adores. She thinks it's so cool, and they've done an incredible job with making really good moments
All
in
right.
Dune that she
Joel.
can experience.
I can
think
I can
that will
just
be
see Joel
in
like
Winchester Mystery House.
pillow talk at night, like
Joel.
Carl D'Angelo made that.
What do you want, Travis?
Okay.
Yes.
How many years have you been married, Joel?
13.
13. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as somebody that's been married for nearly 20 years,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this. Tread lightly if you're going to attempt to self-gift. Tread
Oh
lightly.
no. Oh, I'm not.
What do you mean, oh no? Your
what
wife
I'm
wants
saying-
a Dune, and you're like, I'm
I-
going to convince her to do Winchester.
No, what I'm saying is I'm waiting for Winchester to come to the house so she can play it, and I'm just curious if Winchester
Oh.
has any of the same. Like, it's the same. I think the reason she likes
You get
Dune
that
is she likes
Dune
the
back.
moments.
Tom, do you see
She
the
likes-
strategy right here?
I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not selling
Oh,
her on like I don't even know if I'm
100%.
gonna like Winchester better than
Yeah.
Dune. I don't
Yeah.
know that yet.
Are you going to have like Carl make like a little, like for Christmas time, he's going to do a voicemail or a voice message. So that way, like your wife will be like, we have to get that. That
No.
game is so fantastic.
No, I'm not. What I'm trying to convey
Hi, this
to
is
you
Carl
guys.
D'Angelo.
God, my wife like
the Carl D'Angelo cameo.
here are.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Okay,
saying
Joel.
these
We're
are
sorry.
these
We're
are the
giving you shit.
standout
Go ahead.
things. The reason she
Yes.
likes Dune, one, the sympathy multi-ball, the fact that ball
Mhm.
3 she has a chance, one shot away. Carl's already confirmed that there will be a sympathy multi-ball in Winchester. Got it. She
Pity
loves
multi-ball, Joel.
pity multi-ball. Yes,
There you go.
she
Okay, we're
loves
good.
the
Need it.
lighting system, and I think the lighting system, obviously, it's the same. I'm curious if they continue that atmospheric vibe, and I have no doubt they will. So it's a lighting system, it's the
Mhm.
sound in Dune, it's the pity multi-ball, and it's the
Gotcha.
fun moments during the modes. All of those things, I think, will be in Winchester Mystery House. That is what I'm excited. I want to see if that carries over. And honestly, I think she might actually enjoy that spooky haunted house vibe more than Dune. So I'm excited for her to play it, and I'll report back. I'll report back on what Nicole's findings are on Dune. But if she comes back, she might come back and play one game on it and be like, "Nah, it's no Dune." Like she might do that. That
And
might
you're gonna be
happen.
like, no, we need to go back down there.
I'll be
Let's
like,
play
no,
it again.
play it again. No, let me call Carl. You could talk to Carl,
Yeah.
and he could tell you. But no, that's what I'm excited for that. And then I also honestly like Beetlejuice is a theme my wife genuinely loves.
Mhm.
I say that Harry Potter was the theme that she loved, and she didn't love Harry Potter. So that theme could do
Because of the
nothing.
scoop.
It's 'cause of she's like, am I in a mode? What are these lessons? What am I? I'm not learning right now. I don't know. It's so Dune is still fantastic. What I have heard is there have been quite a bump in sales with Dune after Expo. So that tells me that there were people that had a chance to finally play Dune at Expo and experience how good that game is. But I just if I could buy stock in Barrels of Fun right now, I would. I'm really impressed with their games and the trajectory of what they're doing and where they're going.
It's a big
They're doing
one.
a lot right. They're doing a lot right. Transition.
Ooh.
Oh, hold on.
I'm trying to think of how
Oh,
nice I
wrong
want to be. Star Wars. Star Wars is here. Tom, you've had yours in house for a while now. So have you, Travis. Or you've played yours at the Pinball Company, obviously. This game. Well, let me ask you this question. I had a guy reach out to me, and he said, I watched a bunch of your streams. I'm trying to decide my next game, and I'm between Guardians of the Galaxy or Star Wars: Fall of the Empire. Which one
Both
would
both
you
have movie
suggest?
clips.
So just right off the bat, and while you're thinking, currently, guys, we have like 700 subscribers on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. I think I absolutely think we can get to 1,000. And all those questions I was talking about Travis saying Stern should start billing us for all of our mods. That's what I heard. If you agree or disagree, write a comment, like, subscribe, all the things. Comment, tell us why we're right or wrong. So
Just roast
Or
us
answer
so
this
we can put it
question.
on a
Answer
t-shirt.
this
That's what
question.
I want.
what do you
Or If you
recommend?
think the rejects on the Death Star on Star
Yes.
Wars would be enough
Okay.
not to buy it.
But if you listen to the audio podcast, please do us a favor, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's get to 1,000. So with all that said, answer that question? Guardians of the Galaxy or what you're seeing right now in Star Wars: Fall of the Empire? Which
So it's
one
a
do you
great
think you would
comparison
recommend?
because the mechs are almost the same because you have Groot's head and you have the Death Star. And one of them accepts balls and the other hardly does. I'd have to go Guardians of the Galaxy.
Fan layout. What would you say, Travis?
As of like today,
Yeah,
I would
right now.
say, Guardians. Like just
Okay.
because I love the theme. I read the
Mhm.
comic books. I really like where the code ended up getting to because it was fully fleshed out. It's all the way
Yeah.
done. And I love the music on it. If you use the, I think it was like the Cleveland mod or
yeah.
the code. Yeah. And so when you can hear all the music, like I like that vibe and everything. So
Well,
that's where my answer would be if I had to choose today. Now,
is that an official Pinball Company answer?
I mean, that's
Just-
what I would.
just
That's
joking.
what I would choose.
That's what you would
yeah.
choose. I know.
Yeah,
I
if
know.
somebody's going to
Yeah.
ask me now, a year from now, when Star Wars is fully fleshed out with the
Very
rules,
true. Maybe they get a fix for the Death Star.
I might be.
I've
might
heard
be
they're
saying
working
something
on
different. I don't know.
it. What I told the guy, Star Wars. I told the guy Star Wars, and
That's fair.
Why, Joel?
I'm glad you
I wanna
asked,
know.
Travis. I'm
I
glad
want
you
to
asked.
know. I'm gonna lead this conversation on.
It's currently 0.86 code, and there is a ton in this game. There's a ton in this game, and I think there's way more they're going to add. I'm looking at the game right now. I mean, when I streamed it last, just to get to the mini wizard mode for just the character modes, so that's the rebel missions, like that was an entire game in itself, and that's one of 5 mini wizard modes, because there's going to be one for Vader, there's going to be one for once you do all the Jabba ones, one for once you do all the Falcon features, then obviously there's some ultimate wizard mode with Jedi. Like, I think depth wise, my biggest issues when I had Guardians was the fact that you could pick your mode on the plunge, and my entire goal with Guardians was to get to Cherry Bomb Multi-Ball. So I found to do that, you got to beat 4 modes. So I found myself always playing the same 4 modes just to get to Cherry Bomb. So I was playing it in the same path. Are we
Can you
looking
read
at your,
that, Joel?
it looks like a high score for Star Wars. Is that what I'm seeing?
That is the not a Jedi yet champion completing the mode. Thank you very much.
Side comment, Mr. Ben, shout out to you at Stern. He's in charge of all Insider Connect. They're running a special right now, or a thing called Beat the Score. And the whole goal with that Beat That Score is for you to play an Insider Connected game and then take a picture of your score, and you can submit it. And so they're going to pick scores for people that submit. It doesn't have to be an amazing score. It can be any score. So their goal is they're trying to start something. I don't know if it's every week, but for every single Stern Insider Connected game, they're going to have a badge with a user and the user score. So for that week, if you beat that user's score in Star Wars, you will get that badge. So if you personally want to have an opportunity,
like Joel 5 million on the new Star Wars game,
100%. Yep, it would be Joel Bob, my Insider Connected score, with my score. So you could say, yes, I beat Joel Bob. I beat him in his score. So it's just, if that's something that, and anybody can submit a score. So that's already open. It's already a thing. So start submitting scores, because it's not like you have to have these crazy Carl D'Angelo level scores. You can submit any score, and they're going to be picking people. And so your username could become a badge. So I think that's pretty cool. I submitted one on Turtles the other night, and we'll see if that happens. It was like 90, I think it was like 90 million in Turtles. So
90 million.
I don't know. Or maybe mid to high. I don't know. I'd have to look. But hopefully it gets picked. Anyways, with all that said, I don't know. To me, that I found myself playing Guardians the same way over and over again. And that's when a game gets stale to me. And I feel like the direction that Star Wars code is going, there's a ton to do and a ton of ways to do it. And that variety is what excites me in owning a pinball machine.
That's a very fair assessment. I think Star Wars will be a lot deeper.
Yes.
But it remains to be seen about the Death Star shot.
That is frustrating. My score was 99,250,000. So what do I not like about Star Wars? I'm glad you asked. I don't like the code. Is it
the Death Star shot?
No. I don't like the code. What I mean, sorry, Ray. Ray's sitting there and he probably just choked on his hot pocket. I don't like, I'm not, nothing against Ray or Andrew.
It's not Ray's fault the Death Star shot doesn't work.
But to me, what I love about code in a game, I like modes that stand out and feel unique and feel like you're experiencing something. And right now, the character modes, there's technically 3 modes per character. But I'll tell you right now, Han level green versus Han level yellow versus Han level orange feels the exact same. They all feel the exact same. There's just different movie clips. And honestly, Han level green and Leia level green, Leia, feel the exact same. Like, they're just, I don't know. It's just the character modes all feel rather samey. Sorry, Ray. But that's, to me, when you don't have something that feels unique or stands out, it just kind of feels like it's something that's going on. And then once you add in stacking events, you add Hoth on top of that, now you just have a whole lot going on. And unfortunately, that's how I felt similarly with Harry Potter. You have this amazing theme with this amazing stuff, but now you have so much overlap that nothing's standing out. So am I way off base there, or what are your thoughts on that?
No, I mean, you're right to say that what happens is once things start feeling the same and you start doing stacks on top of it, it almost becomes that you don't really focus on the mode anymore. Once the multi-ball happens, you're more or less just focused on the multi-ball. So that tends to be what happens at that point. So no, I definitely hear what you're saying. I think we kind of talked about this earlier about how the modes are on Star Wars, because obviously if you read the PDF, it's intentional with how they're doing it, with the color coded characters, with, there's only so many shots per mode, and then the base value goes up, and then there's less shots available for that. So this is very much
plus
intentional.
Character combos, ion, like multipliers. There's so much scoring stuff you can do in each mode.
And I haven't got a chance to ask Ray about it, but I would imagine, and again, I'm not putting words in his mouth, I have no idea, but I would imagine, just logically looking at how that plays out and how that is, I would think that that's done on purpose in order to make the game more approachable for somebody that kind of is a casual, or somebody that is the average user that may not play pinball every single day. Because just like you said, on something like Guardians, if you understand how each mode works and you're trying to get somewhere, maybe you might end up going the same direction. Whereas with this, it's kind of interesting, because I think too, the characters, of course, you have the character combos and you have different things. So I'm curious to see, I need to dig into it more to see what happens exactly because I know that there's different buffs or boosts according to what characters you play on that game. And there's a long list of them on the PDF.
A lot of perks.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I know that there's reasons for this that goes beyond just the foundational level of the first things that you play. It's just I haven't been able to explore that enough to know where that leads and which direction would be the best way to go to take advantage of something like that.
I know Tilt Forums has it all laid out, but I think it's something like, if you beat a Yoda mode, then your spinners are worth 10% more the rest of the game. Like, it's stuff like that. There's all these perks.
Well, for sure, go to sternpinball.com, because they have the PDF, the rules PDF on there. Yeah, that's pretty much, it's up to date as much as it can be, but there's sometimes some things on Tilt Forums that gets incorrect that's actually there on the PDF. But Tilt Forums is still great. I'm saying just be sure and look at that first if you really want to know where to go.
And to be fair, I mean, Tom's harping on the Death Star shot, but when I look at the layout of this game, how do you make a mode unique with this layout of the game? Well, the left orbit and the right orbit are always just going to be an orbit. The Luke shot is always going to be a VUC. There's, the Death Star, it can either, with the thing closed, the ball can come back, or it can reject, or it can go in. On a premium rally, the ramp in the middle will actually, that's something that changes. It's either up or down. But the Jabba shot is always the same shot unless the drop's down. The right ramp is always the same shot. So it's just like, you can't, it's not a dynamic playfield in that regards. It's not like, okay, I'm going to alter these shots so this mode feels different than the other mode. And I think that's one of the hardware or design advantages of, let's compare it to another Stern, Kong. When you play Cross the Chasm, you are shooting that game in a completely different way than when you play a different mode, because now all of a sudden you're just trying to get up to that upper left. You're trying to get the log diverter up. You're trying to, you have to play that game, and the way that ball path is going for that mode feels completely different than when you're trying to play whatever the Stegosaurus mode, that is something, I don't know, that to me,
that's something a dynamic layout gives you the advantage of.
100%. And that's what, I actually heard this recently, that Bug at Spooky Pinball, he apparently, one of the design constraints that he gave Spooky Luke is, he goes, I want every shot in the game to do 3 things. So every shot in the game should either allow the ball to go through it, or should be diverted off the path, or potentially change its course, come back at you. So if you have that type of mentality when you're designing a game, that every shot in the game needs to have other paths, I know Godfather advertised that there's like all the different combinations, and then obviously Harry Potter, there's a lot of stuff diverting. Elwyn's known for that incredibly well. It's like when you build that type of stuff into a game and you can allow the shots to change and act differently, that enables the coder to make modes feel unique and stand out. And that's something that I think, Ray had his hands full here with Star Wars. It's not the most dynamic layout. So to try to build modes that feel different, I think is really hard to do. I don't know. Does that design philosophy make sense, or it makes, or what are we thinking?
No, it makes sense. And that's why I've been telling you guys behind the scenes, like I'm waiting to see if somebody can figure out how to bring back a fan layout that makes you feel like you're kind of back in the mid 90s again, or late 90s, okay. Right? So you kind of look at Medieval Madness, Attack from Mars, right? Classic fan layouts.
Mm-hmm.
But they always get you wanting to come back for more.
Okay.
But those games, they're not super deep either. And we hear it all the times about modern pinball. People feel like the rule sets are too complex. So I feel like there's something there. It's almost, and I compared this when we were talking about the other day, it's almost like when you watch a YouTube video or you see Gordon Ramsay telling all the chefs, make a scrambled egg. And they try to figure out like how to do this, right? So it seems like the most simplest thing to do, but how do you make it elegant? How do you make it great? How do you make it unique? So I'm curious if there's still space in the pinball industry for a fan layout to come out that feels like that again, because it seems like right now, almost everybody's leaning towards dynamic layouts. I think the only games I can think of off the top of my head, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, the only games I could think of that are more fan-ish are Star Wars that recently came out and John Wick. So I'm trying to think of any other games from anybody, from any other manufacturer, a modern game that's like a true fan layout.
Well, obviously Stranger Things was a fan layout.
That was 2019.
So that's too old.
Nearly 6 years ago. But that's what I mean. Like that's legitimately, that's probably 40 plus releases ago. When you look at the whole entire industry of everything that's come out, like I'm trying to think. So let's think about this. Predator has an upper flipper to it.
Yeah, no.
Avatar.
No.
Harry Potter.
Maybe Venom to an extent. I know it has some changes.
Right. So
but
Venom
it was
to
dynamic.
Extent.
Venom Pro is not dynamic at all, but the Venom Premium LE could feel dynamic with the changing the ball pass.
Right.
Mando to an extent, but I get it. I don't know.
Like, I'm just curious if that's possible again, because again, that's Brian Eddy doing that. The same one who did Medieval Madness, the same one that did Attack from Mars, doing that now. And they're those games aren't seen in the same light, right? As those, even though they're modern games, even though they have huge themes on them, right? Venom is what it is, but let's face facts. Mandalorian, big theme. Stranger Things, big theme.
Yeah.
Honestly, Evil Dead is kind of a fan layout, right?
It kind of is, but yet that game is so dynamic.
But you still have the little flipper though.
Oh, the sling flipper.
Yeah.
But you could play it in complete. You don't have to use that sling flipper. It helps hitting the hand, but the way they did the code there, the different modes within Evil Dead make you focus on different areas of the playfield and play the game differently. And that's what I love.
But that game still has modes that forces you to go horizontal. So I'm talking about games in which you're not forced to go horizontal. Like Attack from Mars, you don't do that.
Cactus
Medieval
Canyon
Madness
obviously is, but that's not a modern game.
I don't know. Is there a fan layout that doesn't have some horizontal to it though?
Everything's going to have shots to the side. You know what I mean? But I'm talking like an added flipper besides the two flippers.
Deadpool
has the targets on the side. Yeah. It's got four.
So you have some horizontal.
You're always going to have something on the side, but I'm meaning like a flipper that sends the ball horizontal. That's what I'm meaning. Like something like that. Like Evil Dead has that with the little flipper.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
But I don't think it's like I guess.
Like what would happen if
it's
Elwyn
not like
woke
you're
up
hitting a upper ramp shot with it,
Well,
or like
so
a
for-
loop, or
Like for me, I just wonder what happens if Keith wakes up one morning. He's just like, damn it, I'm just going to make a fan layout.
Well,
And it's going to have 6 shots on it,
but
and we're going to figure out how to make this game an absolute banger. Like, is that
so
possible?
Jaws is the closest
Maybe-
thing Elwin's made to a fan layout, right? Like I understand the
Right, but
little
I'm not
mini
talking about
flipper
close.
at-
I'm meaning like somebody actually does it and says, I'm going to enter this
Just
space and I'm
straight-
going to see. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, is that possible?
You
Can
want them
that be
to?
done? No, I'm just wondering if that can still be done nowadays, because
I mean,
everybody's
well, yeah, you can-
dynamic. Everything's
is
dynamic.
actually
it feels like.
make it.
Is Bond's 60th considered a fan layout? I mean, it's not really a fan, I guess.
I mean, we could just say Italian bottom at that point, but
Sure.
Right,
you know.
right.
I'm just curious. Like, would that game even would people even like that? Would people like a Jack Danger to where it doesn't to where you're more focused with those 2 flippers down below?
Okay, so I
he
am.
he kind of did that a little bit with X-Men, but then of
Yeah,
course
but
you had the
X-Men's
whole
totally-
side.
yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's like, how do
I
you
am
do it?
streaming. I mean, the next game I'm streaming is Munsters, believe it or not. So
Mhm.
Zach tomorrow is picking up. He's picking up Dune. He's picking up Star Wars, and he happened to get a Munsters in on trade. So it's one of 3 Spike 2 games I haven't streamed. So we're streaming Munsters. That is a fan layout. That is a fan layout, right? So it's about as
Right.
simple as it comes. And well, so is
There's
Metallica.
There's
right?
2 big
Metallica,
targets. on this.
Guardians. These
Right,
are all
there's
fan layouts.
Right. There's all kinds. What I'm asking is can that be done entering 2026 or even into 2027? Can that be done
Okay,
now,
so let me ask
considering
that-
what we know the games that have come out
let's-
since
can
then?
Can it be done? Yes.
But can it
Will
be
we-
done at scale to where people will accept it and
Well,
it sells thousands of units?
If Metallica had not been, if Metallica had not been made, and the Metallica remake was brand new game, brand new concept, and that's what was dropped on our laps. Do you think if that was a brand new design for people in 2025, do you think people would have immediately loved it or crapped all over it because it was a fan layout? Metallica, with what it is, I think people would love it because it's got the snake, it's got the graveyard, it's
I
got
don't
Sparky,
know. And
it's
I
got
love
2 spinners.
I personally
I-
love the layout. I honestly I don't know how I can answer that because
Because if people are like, "Oh, he just copied Guardians," like if that's
mean-
what people,
I mean, yeah, it's tough because there's so many people that have come out with games since then, since all these games that we're talking about, right? I mean, there's games that their entire portfolios are dynamic layouts, barrels of fun, 3
So-
games.
But are you saying
everything
that's good or
dynamic.
bad? Are you saying
I'm not
that's
saying
good or
that's bad. I'm just curious if there's space in pinball right now.
I think
where
there
somebody
could
could do
but
it
you would
because-
have to
because
have
the
some
last few
kind of
Sterns come out with-
diverters or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, of course. But the last ones Stern has come out with, they haven't done as well as the others. Like John Wick hasn't done as well as the others. Venom hasn't
Rush?
done as well as the others.
Rush is a
Rush
fan
has an upper
layout.
flipper. It has an upper flipper. That's a dynamic layout. I'm talking about just Italian bottom fan.
Oh,
Have you ever played Rush? Joel,
I have. I was
Joel,
trying to think
Joel.
of it. I'm like, where is it?
Tom's about to reach through this
I know.
screen at you.
I know. I had to think about it.
I'm just asking. These are just questions that I wonder as I sit alone in my room pondering life. So I figured
Foo
I'd ask
Fighters
you two.
Pro?
Or jail cell.
Foo Fighters
Foo
Pro.
Fighters has an upper flipper.
Pro.
Has an upper
There's no
flipper.
There's no mini
There's a
playfield.
flipper.
Oh, it's upper loop.
There's a
has-
flipper
right.
on the right,
My
so you can hit
bad,
the.
my bad. Upper loop.
That's okay.
Yep.
We know who we're talking to.
God. He's just. That's a good question.
Oh, I'm gonna get hate mail for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're leading into this because Walking Dead has 2 flippers. There we go. So now we
That's
can
your
make the
transition?
transition.
Okay.
I mean,
Good
that's where we're going to
transition.
go.
No,
Well,
I don't
you
want your
just-
transition.
you
I want to
just
talk about
said
Star Wars still.
Foo
I don't want your
Fighters Pro
transition.
doesn't have
No.
an upper flipper. That's where we're at
I'm
right
not
now.
taking your shades garbage. Just to wrap up Star Wars, all I'm saying is if at the beginning of the year you told me, hey, guess what? These are the games that are coming out this year. You're going to have another Star Wars game. You're going to have Harry Potter. You're going to have Beetlejuice. You're going to have Winchester Mystery House. You're going to have King Kong. What am I missing?
Dune.
Like Dune. No, Dune was last year, but it's
Was it?
technically right. But I'm saying like if you just dropped all those themes, to me, I'm saying from a code standpoint, unfortunately, I haven't loved the Star Wars code. that sounds really mean, and I'm not trying to be mean, Ray, but I'm like thinking of when it comes to immersive, like how well does the code do the game or make you feel like you're living in Star Wars? I'm waiting for that, and maybe it'll come with time because it's only 0.86. But even we've said that a lot about Harry Potter. Like Harry Potter, there are moments where it really feels like Harry Potter, but there's others where it just feels like a lot's going on. Is that fair to say, Tom? You own Harry Potter. Do you feel like the code really does Harry Potter justice, or is it a lot? I mean,
to me it does. I could see where to other people it doesn't, though, just because there's so much going on.
Okay, so maybe it's like atmosphere or immersive experience is kind of the thing that I'm really latching on to.
But you could say like, oh, there's not as much going on in Star Wars, but like I can feel the moments.
Yes, okay,
when I'm playing the game, there new Star Wars game.
The Darth Vader modes are great.
Man, more so than maybe the previous one, but
yes,
but I think forget it. I'm not.
But if you can feel the moments, isn't the game doing its job though?
Yes,
if you can feel the moments, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But maybe it's just, I got to the mini wizard mode, the Rebel mission, the mini wizard mode where you're actually battling Darth Vader. And that's a moment. Like that feels great. So maybe it's just the fact that they're there. You got to work to get to them.
You're not a Jedi yet, I think is like fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Like, that is fantastic.
I thought you were telling Joel he's not a Jedi yet. I was like, damn,
Harry Potter, like the owl multi-ball is an awesome moment, or defend the castle or whatever. Like that's an awesome moment.
This is what I'll say about Harry Potter.
You got to get way into it.
Well, playing it, once you get into the multi-balls, it's a lot of fun. Like getting to the upper playfield, doing the Quidditch stuff, that's a lot of fun. There's so many great qualities to Harry Potter. So I know we've talked about the past few podcasts in terms of how the lessons work and stuff like that. And I approached it and I played it with my wife, and she asked like, okay, how do we play this? And I kind of told her what the lessons are, but we just said, okay, we're going to totally ignore it. We're going to act like that doesn't even exist. If we accidentally hit the scoop, so be it. And you know what? We were still putting up scores just fine. It was so arbitrary behind everything, which whether that's good or bad, that's up for anybody else to decide how they want to approach it. But I will say going after multi-balls, that was fun. Actually getting to play the multi-balls, that was fun. So it's kind of interesting because it was almost like an inverse GNR, right? To where I don't mind the amount of multi-balls that are coming out with Harry Potter. Like I don't mind that at all because I don't have time to look up at the screen anyways half the time. So give me more action. It's a dynamic layout. I want to see where I can send the ball to. I want to see where I can get a jackpot at.
It's the execution.
Yep. 100%.
I'm trying to think of like, I'm not trying to be critical. It's just, this is something that I've really been thinking about a lot.
You don't have to try to be, Joel. You're going all the way.
I know, and I feel I know this is going to piss people off, specifically Raymond Davidson. I'm very sorry, but
here's the thing: it's your opinion. Never feel bad for having an opinion, because I guarantee you, I hope all of our listeners out there have an opinion that they feel like is worth expressing, because everybody's opinion's worth it, and that's how these games get better, because we share opinions and thoughts and what we think is good and bad about a game. That's how anybody gets better.
Well, yes, I agree. And it's just the whole point of this podcast, right, is just the three of us having a conversation. That's what we're trying to do. And another mode that stood out to me here is shout out to Dwight and Gieske in D&D. There's one of the modes, one of the stages, you're trying to be stealthy. And the fact that every time a sling gets hit, you lose a percentage, and then once you're too loud, boom, that's when people get out of the playfield. Like that's a moment that feels, now all of a sudden I am playing that game completely differently than I was before that mode. And that, I don't know, like that's the creativity that I love. I just don't care about points. I don't care about jackpots, multipliers. I personally don't care about any of that. I feel what I like is when I start a mode or a multi-ball or a mini wizard mode, and now the game feels different than before, and I'm playing it differently. And you can do that with lighting, you can do that with sound, the overall vibe that it gives off. But when I feel that modes are very samey or very similar, where it's like, yeah, you hit these shots and then you hit those shots, I don't know, it's hard for me to really get locked into a game.
Right. We've had this conversation off podcasts that, some people they just like the scoring aspect of games, and
Sure.
other people like the adventure and the journey through it. And there's nothing wrong with either way, So I totally see what you're saying, Joel. You're just like, there's got to be more moments in that Star Wars game to kind of grab you into it.
I think
Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And they're at 0.86, but that's something where I think they've made a solid base. But where I'm at, where it's like I've spent a lot of time in the character modes, and that's where I wish they felt different or a little more unique. I'm trying to be constructive. Ray, I'm trying to be constructive.
It depends what the user is, though, right?
True. True.
I've seen people with, I'm not even joking, with $150,000, $200,000 plus game rooms of just pinball machines everywhere.
Yeah.
They would not be able to tell me even the baseline rules for any of them. And they admit it. They don't care about the rules at all. All they care is it fun to flip? Is the sound cool? Does it have lights that just make sense to them? That's just kind of just entertaining for them. There's a lot of people out there like that too. And I honestly, the way that I see it, those types of people, I promise you, it's kind of weird. It's like, I don't think they're all listening to podcasts. Maybe somebody's listening to this one that falls under that. I know for sure there's a lot of them on Pinside, because everybody I talk to, they do have Pinside accounts, and they don't care a lick about rules or LCDs or anything. All they care is, does the art look cool? Is the game fun to flip? And does it have a light show? Like, that is legitimately their main priority, and they are shelling out a lot of money for that. So I don't know. It's kind of unique. Like, I don't mind hearing what you're saying, Joel, because it sounds like you're kind of coming more towards what Tom and I, how we view pinball, and we see what do the shots do, and are you incentivized to actually hit a certain shot or a certain combination or a certain sequence of shots? And I think that's, for people out there, if you're not thinking of pinball like that, it does open up a lot more opportunity for you as a player once you do start viewing pinball through that prism to see the combinations of shots. So it's not for everybody, but I think that's, like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Joel. I feel like that's where you're coming from.
That's what I am. And that's, here Tom and I are singing X-Men's praises, but there are some mode, there's mode improve. They could improve some of the modes. Some of the modes are kind of boring or kind of stale.
I believe they will. I believe they will.
I agree. I agree. But I also do feel that the Wolverine mode does feel very different than the Juggernaut mode. And that's something that's important to me. That when I'm playing a different mode, they feel different, and that's with it's not the layout completely changed between those two modes.
And I understand that, and I guess being I'm not a coder, but I could imagine being a coder. In that particular game, you have 9 things that you're working towards, and this you have 3 times 8, 24.
24,
so and plus this one has movie assets, that one doesn't. So
I'm not saying it's easy.
That's the hard thing, right?
I'm not saying it's easy.
Right.
Yeah,
It's a lie. It's like, how do you differentiate all that? How do you make everything feel unique?
That's that's the hard
I don't know
thing.
that.
I mean, that's why I like the Guardians rule set, because everything feels unique when you play it.
Maybe why the lessons in Harry Potter feel flat to you guys is just because it's too much.
Yeah. How do you make 92 unique experiences or whatever?
I think it's kind of like,
advertising.
I compare it to this, Tom. So I really love cheeseburgers, right? I just I fucking love cheeseburgers, right?
That Kuma place was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, if I have a milkshake and a beer, I'm in hog heaven. But so about 20 years ago, I realized that I love cheeseburgers so much that I got to this place that had this contest that if you could eat a 5-pound cheeseburger, you get it for free. And I'm like, hell, I can do this all day long. And so they said you can take away one condiment and you could put on one other. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, just take off the onions. I don't want to eat a bunch of those. Just put extra mayonnaise. It'll be fine. So I realized, even though I love mayonnaise, I fucking hated mayonnaise then because it was too much on the bun. I couldn't. I couldn't eat it. I couldn't eat it. So that's kind of what some of these games are like. That's what Harry Potter's like for me, right? Like I love certain elements of it, but it's just like it's a fucking
so
5-pound burger. It's just it's so much. So if I can drill it down to the 2 pounds, I'm good. It's a lot of fun.
If you look back to the 90s and you listen to like interviews with Pat Lawler, and he talks about Addams Family, and Addams Family came out, everybody was like going nuts about it, right? I mean, they sold what, 23,000 of that game?
Sold a lot.
And they had modes. And the next game was Twilight Zone. And it was similar but different. And they kind of, as he said, they kind of drove it over the cliff. They just they threw so much at that game that people at the time were like, some people were going up to it, like Powerball would come out and be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
You know? So I remember, I think I've said this on the podcast before, but first time I played Twilight Zone, I had absolutely no idea what was going on. You know, I shot the ball over there and then all of a sudden it came out over here and I was like, what the hell just happened? You know, but that was my first experience, like playing the game and playing, like, that was like my first month in pinball, you know, so I had like no clue, but you know, as what I'm getting at is, are we kind of going over the cliff with some of these? And I think Travis was alluding to that with the fan layout and all that, but are we getting too deep into these rule sets kind of thing? Like, are we getting
I'll tell
too
you
much?
straight up, yes. Yeah, I'll tell you straight up, yes. 100%. And I say that
maybe
as somebody
not for
that prides
us,
themselves in knowing rule
enthusiasts.
sets.
Yeah, maybe not us, the enthusiasts, but you know, for somebody on the street.
It's just like anything else. If you try to explain a game to somebody, you should be able to explain the basics in 30 seconds and they understand it, right? It's a quick elevator pitch. It's the rule cards. And it's fine to have extra nuance on top. Totally cool, right? You just keep going. But I do know, like some of these, though, it's just people, their eyes just glaze over if you go too far with it in terms of all the multipliers and, you know.
Absolutely.
There is something to that, but
even people
Jared's
that play in
eyes
tournaments.
glaze over. Jared streams with me every week, and there are some games where I start to explain what to do, and he just shuts down. He doesn't.
Right.
And he is a pinball enthusiast. He is a streamer. Like that's what he does. And he's just like, I've had enough. Like
Joel,
I've heard
I'll tell
enough.
you what, 90% of our deliveries, same exact thing. I always ask him, I'm like, hey, do you want to know how to play this game? And if so, like, if they do, I just tell them the basics that gets them started.
Oh, yeah.
And then I always tell them, then if you want to discover more, just play the game. You can go as deep with it that you want to go. Right. Because if you do understand it to that level, I mean, you got to literally be like Magnus playing chess. Right. If you really want to know deep down how you set like the 48x multiplier shot combo shot, of course, it's a lot to set up.
I mean,
not everybody has to do that, but
I mean, how are you going to explain something to somebody? It's the basics. You're going to tell them how to start a mode and how to start a multi-ball. You're not going to go any deeper than that. At least until they get that down.
And I have learned you have to explain to them what happens during the multi-ball, because I've seen this to where they don't understand the ball saves. They don't understand, like, the ball gets put in the, in the shooter lane that's going to automatically plunge out. There's so many balls there. We've had somebody call us for a tech situation because their game kept giving them extra balls out there, and they didn't realize there was a bozo multi-ball that took like 2 shots to get to. So yeah, it's just it's funny how that works, but that's just how pinball is at times.
My parents, so Turtles has been at my parents now for a few years, and my dad he goes, I do want to like officially request if there's a way that we could swap out Turtles for another game. That's what he said. One, it's hard, but it's like, he goes, I just don't understand the game. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is ramp, pizza shot. That's how you start a mode. If you want a multi-ball, you hit the pizza shot. That's it. But yet that alone, he's already just like, it's too much. It's too much. And he's over, like, that's too much. It's overwhelming to him. So I'm probably going to swap out. I'll probably give him Godzilla for a while. And I'm hoping Godzilla is just one of those, do I ever expect him to get into a battle? Probably not. That right scoop is hard, but he'll get into that multi-ball.
I will say, though, what your dad is saying is exactly the reason why there's always going to be a market for games like Pulp Fiction.
I was about to
give
level, Josh. Yeah. I know. Okay, Josh Sharp. I know, like, he doesn't have that much confidence, and I know he doesn't.
I
like,
hate that guy.
He doesn't have strong opinions because I know he's very
very quiet.
Cautious. He doesn't want to rub people the wrong way. So I really want to boost his esteem here. I hope he realizes, like, kind of, believe in yourself, Josh. Like, really.
It was
what
very
he did
unfair
with the code,
playing him at the Stern Pro circuit.
I forgot about that.
What Josh did with the code of Pulp Fiction, there's nothing about Pulp Fiction that's dynamic, right? It's not a dynamic layout at all, but yet that code, the modes feel unique. Honestly, the what is it? The shot is that mode is incredible. And that's done not with an LCD screen. That's done purely with the light show in the sound package and very unique and creative rules. And on top of that, there's no stacking. Stacking. They don't
let you.
No stacking.
He's an anti-stacker.
Yeah, and I think I'm becoming an anti-stacker. I don't want the stack.
But that was a smart decision. There's a smart decision to do on that type of game because it clearly differentiates things. And plus, too, what Pulp has going for it is the inserts. You pretty much know what's going on in the game. Like, everything is right there for you. So
it's great.
True.
It's super easy to explain it to people to be like,
that's
just
layout.
here and here.
It's doable. And so I mean, Josh, I hope if you're hearing this, you no, it's not. What's GIMP multi-ball, Dad? I don't know if I can explain that. That's not going to fit now. But honestly, it's a game. I freaking loved it. I loved it when it was here. So, Josh, I hope that helps you out with your Steam issues a little bit, and just be comfortable in who you are and your opinions. Just speak them loud. People are ready to listen.
So, Joel, Tom briefly alluded to it. So we might as well, because everybody will be asking anyways and wondering why we haven't said anything about it. So Tom and I also played in the Stern Pro Circuit finals. So speaking of Josh Sharp, and
it's a brand new format, right?
Dude, yeah, we freaking crushed
brand
it.
New.
Dude. My God.
I would have won the whole thing if they didn't change it.
So for the listeners, if you've ever seen like a cup stacking video, these just Google cup stacking and you're going to see some 8-year-old. Oh, he's got the timer. You're going to see an 8-year-old be able to do this, but they have these timers where you have to put down both your hands and then you stack the cups and then you have to slap the timer. And so somebody had the brilliant idea to bring this into pinball. So they would set a goal. Be like, start
setting it up.
Start.
I'm trying to show
start Kong multi-ball, right? There it is. So they'd say, start Kong multi-ball, ready, go. So it doesn't matter if you drain, it doesn't anything. It's all timed. And that's how they did the Stern Pro Circuit finals. And you guys just crushed it, right?
We did, absolutely. And you'll be proud of us, Joel. You have just as many wins as Tom and I do at the Stern Pro Circuit finals.
Top three in this group.
Or 30, 31, 32. Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
So it's playing at speed is not, pinball to you guys is controlled, right? And that, how do you play controlled when you're trying to go? Like, I loved it as a viewer. It was
probably fun to watch, right?
Yeah. As a viewer, there was part I liked, but I felt so bad for the commentators because what is there to commentate? There's every person playing that game is doing the exact same thing as the person beforehand, and it's short. It's like, all right, let's see how there's no strategy to it. It's just like, let's see if they can do it. So
there's some strategy to it. There's some. Because it's funny. I think I was on. Was it D&D or it might have been, I was on some game And I remember I tried to tilt real quick because the ball was just taking way too long because I wanted to get through the animation. And then the ball like accidentally nearly popped back up to the playfield. Bowen came over and he's like, "Were you trying to death save on that?" I was like, "No, Bowen, I'm not trying to death save live on stream in front of everybody. I'm trying to tilt out." He's like,
there's strategy there. Yeah. Cancel out animations or drain to not qualify certain things, or like,
tough.
Crap, I accidentally started the wrong multi-ball, so I need to tilt to end that so I can get back towards what I'm actually trying to work towards.
I mean, I don't think that could have happened, but just the way that the rules were in general, I think it was more or less that it plays with your mind that you do have to play fast. And if you're not used to playing fast, you're used to trapping up, used to playing steady. It's just, and you have to speed it up. It's just, it was
Tom's
weird.
not used to fast. He's used to like lasting a long time. That's what Tom is known for.
We both
totally
did. We lasted how many games total, Tom? Did you and I last 12? Or is it?
Yeah, together.
How many? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think we both only lost 6-0. It's no big deal.
Let me pick all the objectives too.
So who made that choice? And do you not like that person?
The high seed gets to pick either the objective or the whether they want to go first or second.
I meant more the format. Who decided that is how we're doing it?
Oh, the meek guy, Josh. Yeah. The one that doesn't talk much.
Right. That guy.
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah. He does make a lot of IFPA related decisions that somehow screw you over, Tom, doesn't he? Isn't that his thing? Like, how do I hurt Tom
I think
Graf?
that's fair. I think it's
pretty
fair
much.
assessment. Yeah.
At least he feels bad about it now. Right? At least he feels,
I know he's had some sleepless nights about it.
Yeah, that's cool. What do we got? I don't know how hour and a half. We still have to talk about The Walking Dead.
We still have a new game that's come out recently, right?
The Walking Dead.
It's not
sold out
really
everywhere.
New.
Sold out everywhere. Good luck finding one.
Is it though?
No, Tom. No, Tom. No, it's not. Okay, let's be honest. What did we?
No, this got me in trouble last time with Stern.
I know. I'll talk. Nobody cares.
Do I hit the button again? Do we go again? No. Let's go, Tom.
Double Tom talks.
No, it got the artwork was really picked on. It looks too much like Deadpool, which I mean, because it's red. Is that why?
I mean,
I don't know. Well, like I told
think
you guys,
it looked like Deadpool.
Well, it's colorful.
It's just like I told you guys. If I look at this game, I like the art for what it is.
Right.
But for me, it doesn't match the theme. And I say that as a huge Walking Dead fan. I have the original games. The very first game I got.
Think that's
I've read
fair.
all the comics. I've watched all the shows. Huge fan of it. And even when I showed my wife this, I showed my kids this. My kids thought I was playing a practical joke on them. What they thought, because they knew the remastered was coming out and they were curious about getting one. And so when I showed it to them, they didn't. It just didn't click in with them because they know what The Walking Dead is too. So, I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just like I told you guys, it feels like what Stern did was that they pulled The Walking Dead into the Stern universe is what it feels like. Instead of Stern saying, okay, we're going to play in the Walking Dead universe and pull pinball into the the Walking Dead universe into pinball in general. So, I don't know. Like it's crazy too, because I guarantee the game's going to play great. The rules are going to be fantastic because the original was just that. So,
I mean, it's got the crossbow on it though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they opened up some of the shots though. They opened up the riot shot. They opened up. Yeah. Yep. The riot shots opened up a little bit. The tunnel shot is opened up a little bit. And I think the left ramp had some fixing to it in general. But yeah, if you compare the riot shot, you'll see it. I would have to
play it. So, I mean, originally, the original game, I liked the Pro so much better. And I just didn't like the crossbow. But anyways.
Okay, so yes, you guys said a lot there. I know That's a good
Oh,
point.
yeah, we just
they
said a
brought
ton.
Walking Dead. Well, I was honestly I was playing with my lights because you know he's colorful and why not? That's a good comment of they brought Walking Dead into Stern, and honestly, if you look at what they drew, the actual art, it's not like it's potato face or anything. Like the art is really good. The things
Right.
are very well drawn. It's very
Yes.
well designed. It's just when we think of the Walking Dead the show, it's kind of a gross, brutal, gritty show. And then I think there was a lot of people really hoping for comic book art, and the comic book art is black and white. And so some people were like, they should have gone comic book art. Other people are like, it's a dark, brutal, gritty show. The original art package was disgusting. It was dark and gritty and gross and disgusting. Honestly, there are some people that feel it's one of the worst pinball packages, period. So how do you improve upon that? I think people were like, let's keep it Walking Dead, but can you make it a little less gross? A little more, maybe a little, I don't know, maybe focus more on the characters. I just don't think anybody on their bingo card was expecting colorful, like color explosion. I don't think anybody was expecting that. And so I was surprised by it. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, whoa, that is a direction I was not expecting.
They were thinking of the comic book art, which I've read the comics. There is no color.
Yeah, it's black and white, right?
It's black and white.
Yep.
Yeah. So
the original versions of them, yes.
I think that to me is it just reminds me of like the Kong release. There were people when Kong came out, people were like, Kong is black and white. Why'd they go so colorful? So I think there are some people, Pinside specific, that are like all aboard the Stern is too colorful train. And then this comes out and boom, all the color. So I don't know. Maybe people just, I think there's plenty of people that just like being mad.
Editions, right?
There are people that
I am so torn on this though, because looking at it, right, like seeing Daryl shoot a walker through the head with a crossbow, with the explosion behind him, that objectively looks bad. Like I think that looks cool.
Yeah.
Michonne slicing. So the cabinet to me looks cool. It just happens to be
just desaturate it 25%.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the expert on art, of course, Joel. So
we know for a fact that like Stern, they ramp up the saturation on their photos. I will say every pinball machine looks better in person than it does on the photos.
Yeah,
every one of them. There's a
chance. I 100% agree with that.
I have to think from a marketing standpoint, somebody at Stern would have seen this and been like, "No, we're not gonna cook up the saturation."
AMC signed off on it. I mean, that's what I don't know. I mean, I don't. It's just tough because one, the art is the only thing I can compare it to is Metallica Remake, and sure, there are people that were like, I prefer Dirty Donnie's art, but there were a lot of people that saw the remake art and were like, that's incredible. There was the vast majority of people thought that, but even besides the art, day one, they were already talking about the new modes they were adding, what all the mechs they've changed. Like there was a lot more that they added into that game. So for people to upgrade to a newer version of Metallica, or people that have always wanted Metallica, they're like, well, this game is the best version of the game by far. Unfortunately, I just feel like with the Walking Dead reveal, they've shown us very little of what's going to be on the LCD screen. I have not heard what they've added from a code standpoint. Are there new modes? Are there new ways to play it or new experiences? That mystery alone, it's like, well, is there really that much more to this game besides, they've improved the layout a little bit and changed the art package? I don't know those answers. And that uncertainty is enough for people not to buy a game, right?
Well, and that comes from a marketing and branding standpoint, because here we are talking on a podcast. You've watched this, right? Yep. Joel, you do content and you don't have those answers still. So that's to me, if I'm wanting to put out a pinball machine, those are answers I want to give people immediately. And that's kind of what we talked about. Right. And that's kind of what we talked about that I thought was kind of off balance with how Star Wars was released. And they kind of did the same thing again with The Walking Dead, to where they're talking about the platform and Spike 3 a lot and everything else. And I'm just like, people, I just know this for a fact, 100% confirmation on this. People that are seeing this, they don't know Spike 3, they don't know Spike 2, they don't know Spike 1, they don't know if it's Spike 50. All they care about is, does the machine look cool? Is the shots fun? What all can I do with this machine. And that's kind of like, I'm wondering how, when Stern's going to push it towards establishing what happens under that glass, as opposed to that this is Spike 3 and this has, certain speakers and stuff like that. Because just like, that's why we're having this conversation, because we don't know those answers. Now, from my understanding, I think there's going to be another wizard mode added into this game a little bit earlier to the start button compared to what it is. To my understanding, I think that's what's going to happen. I remember something in the webinar talked about that. Maybe somebody can confirm that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's
new call outs. They did that.
Merle and one other character, I think. Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. And you've made the comment before. There are people that discover pinball every day. There are like discover that you can buy a pinball machine every day. So if they go to Flipping Out, or they go to the pinball company's website, and they see what machines they can buy right now, Walking Dead's available. It wasn't available before because it was an older game, but now it's going to be available.
I'll tell you, it's going to be an uphill battle convincing Walking Dead fans when they see this, because I've tried already. I've tried already with a couple of them, and I'm just, and that's my job to figure that out. I don't know the answer yet, but
Walking Dead as a theme, though, it's not old enough to be considered retro, or I'm trying to think of like.
Well, the theme's just not the theme's just not as strong as it was when it came out the first time, right? When there was like 15, 20 million people tuning in every Sunday night with watch parties and all that. Let's face facts. That was the American iconic moment, right? In that time. And it's just, it's kind of got diluted over the years, which that happens, right? So what can you do? But I don't know. I just hope that gameplay comes out on it pretty quick. And I think that's going to be the key of it. Gameplay, people playing it on location. I think that's going to be kind of the long tail on this, that maybe it's not going to be the shooting star that comes out of the gate super fast, but maybe it can pick up later on.
Well, let's I agree. I mean, I'm going to stream it here, hopefully within the next few weeks, whenever it comes out. I'm looking forward to playing it. I mean, it is The Walking Dead. Let's not forget.
The game's going to play
Dead
great.
Is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
I have no doubt it's going to be fun. I had a blast when I streamed the original, a few months back. It's going to be a great time.
I just want to know if Tom, I need to know this, Joel, because Tom loved the Funhouse art so much on the LE.
The LE
how
art,
he's going to feel about this. That's what I'm curious of when he
buying
plays
one, Tom?
That's a great point. No, I'm not getting one.
Yeah. So even though they've improved the layout and they're going to add, maybe there'll be another wizard mode. You just,
I have to play it. I got a pro.
It has expression lights. The bullets shoot backwards, Tom.
We need to revisit this in 6 months to see if Tom breaks down and gets one.
Absolutely.
I got a feeling when he plays it. I got a feeling.
Comment below on the YouTube video or email us. Is Tom going to buy one? Let's start that poll. I mean, it's very different than Metallica, where the LEs sold out. They sold out they were sold out beforehand, and now still the Metallica LEs go for well above MSRP. I mean, it's
there was no way this was going to sell out day one or week one. It just it's not because of what the game looks like. It's because of the theme. It's because it's Walking Dead. It just was not going to do that right now.
So the question, maybe this is another question I want to, or we can go down this path. But we don't talk much about Harry Potter. Harry Potter has sold incredibly well, and they're just going to be making games for a while. Like that game, let's not underestimate. Like Harry Potter has done very well. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to set that aside. But when we look at Stern recently, I don't know numbers, but I do not think Star Wars Fall of the Empire has sold as well as Stern or distributors probably hoped. That's an assumption from me personally, but the vibe I'm getting, because there's still LEs available, and this game is like, initially it has not sold as well as probably people hoped. And then same thing with The Walking Dead. I do not think The Walking Dead has sold week one as well as Stern or distributors probably hoped. Now you compare that to Barrels of Fun, Winchester Mystery House, and they sold out day one. You compare that to Beetlejuice, which is coming out this Friday. They've sold out. Nobody's even seen the game yet. Do you think numbers have something to do with that? 999 Beetlejuice.
Well, yeah.
Mystery 500.
Yeah,
But is
1,000%. If Stern says, "Hey, we're only selling 750 Star Wars," then we're sitting here talking about how fast it sold out.
True.
Same with Walking Dead? If they said we're only making 1,000 of these, one model, 1,000, boom.
No, Walking Dead's not that powerful of a theme. No, I can tell you that right now. And you guys know how I know that. I've told you guys about how
Yeah.
I look at themes and the algorithms that I look at and
Yeah.
everything. I think if they would have said, okay, Walking Dead, there's 350 to 400, I think then we're really close. I think if it's
Okay.
just that and that's that, I think we're really, really close. Now, Beetlejuice is the exact opposite. Now, if you guys want to know, like by every analytic I've looked at, there
Mhm.
could be 2,000 to 2,500 of those to actually sell at the price point that they put it at.
That
So-
was going to be my question.
Yeah.
Did they, I mean, I know Barrels was asking the same thing when they sold out. Did we leave money on the table?
What did I
Did
tell
we
you
leave
guys
money
as
on
soon
the
as I
table?
saw Winchester? Like this game is going to sell out. It's going to sell out quick.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubt about it. It's just so, and that's because there's certain
Yeah,
things, there's certain
yeah.
variables to this. But
Unfortunately, you can't predict the future, and you just don't know.
you can't unless you're looking at the right things. But remember, for manufacturers, all they have to do is sell through to dealers for the most part, right? And they have some direct, but it's different because they're B2B. They're not B2C necessarily. So for us, we have to figure out how to move. So when we talk about, well, is Star Wars not doing as good as this? I would say, yeah, Star Wars is doing fine because Stern has sold the Star Wars, right? Stern has sold the LEs to the dealers, to the distributors. Like
Okay.
they've made their money, right? They've sold the premiums, they've sold the pros. I think
Okay.
a lot of people forget about that. When you see inventory sitting at a dealer, well, that's because the dealer has bought that game. They bought that game wholesale. So it's already, the manufacturer's already made their money. But yeah, I don't know. I think what's going to be very interesting because people are going to definitely compare things really fast with Winchester and with Beetlejuice coming out.
Yeah.
And Winchester, I don't know, maybe they could have done 600, but I think a lot of it is, people knew that Dune could be a fun game based on the atmosphere, and they've really pushed the cinematic part of it, right? But then
Yeah.
we got to consider brand recognition. Carl D'Angelo is known to pinball enthusiasts, i.e. pinball is known to people. That's a known commodity. So when you come out of the gate, because look what happened with Foo Fighters. Remember those LEs?
Yeah.
They all sold out. Jack Danger,
People
he
wanted to
was the
support
designer.
Jack. Yeah.
And that was at $13,000. The same price. That was 2.5 years ago. The same price today that people are like, oh, that's too much. That was
Yeah.
early 2023. So a lot of this is brand behind you. That's why Beetlejuice is going to do so well. Not only is it a great theme, not only is it priced to just move, not only is it underproduced because of the units, but Spooky has gotten their brand to be known. Like people are diehard Spooky fans, and that took over a decade to do, but that's exactly what they've done at this point. So there's a lot of a lot of power in that.
Yeah, and reading the Winchester forums, I mean, there are people that now that like they're a diehard Barrels of Fun fan. They're like, I don't care whatever the next game is, I'm in.
It's
I'm
momentum.
In. Momentum
Momentum.
proved
It's a
itself.
huge thing.
Dune proved itself. They want to support that smaller manufacturer,
Well,
and
think of this,
I don't
Joel.
know.
Think of this. Momentum, though. When Winchester sold out, what happened with Dune?
it upticked.
Yeah. When Evil Dead sold out, what happened instantly with Spooky?
I mean, people started getting on the list for the next game, right?
Like
I
instantly.
agree.
Instantly. There's so
Yeah.
much about momentum. But granted, now once and Jersey Jack realized this, right? Like they realized momentum after what happened with Avatar. It was kind of so when it came out. What did Jack do at TPF? At a seminar, he was just all of a sudden, oh, by the way,
Don't spend another $1.
yeah. I mean,
Don't spend another $1 till Harry
yeah.
Potter comes out. Yeah.
Everything in product and everything in business, when you're dealing with new products coming out, new timelines and everything, it's all about momentum. So that's what we're seeing right now happen.
So where does Stern have momentum? And what I mean is Elwyn, there are a lot of people that are like, I'm going to buy every Elwyn game. I have full faith in Elwyn. with that said, there are still Kong LEs available, right? They're out there.
Are
New in
they
box.
are they available at Stern?
Not at Stern.
Then
Stern sold them.
Then Stern sold them out.
Okay.
Well, you know what I mean? At the end of
Yeah.
the day, the dealers and the distributors, they have to market. They have to hustle. They've got to sell the game. I mean, that's just how it is. Now, if that game was still at Stern, right? And
Yeah.
Stern was inventorying that game, then there would be a lot of concern then. Then I'd be wondering, let's say they come out with 1,000 LEs and there's still 200 of them sitting at the factory because dealers didn't buy them. Now
Well,
we're having a different conversation.
And I think we've talked about this before. At some point, there has to be a breaking point for the dealers, though, right? If good on Stern for getting them all out the door, but if the overflow or not if the backup is now dealer inventory where it just sits there, there's got to be a point where the dealers are like, we can't take anymore.
Yeah, that's a real thing, because when you look at the dynamics of today, think how many manufacturers there are that are producing great pinball machines. Like, they're not producing average pinball machines at this point to the end consumer, because all that matters is, even those of us in the industry, we could criticize every machine left and right, but at the end of the day, it just matters. Did it sell, and are people having fun that bought it?
Okay.
And we can say that they are with Barrels of Fun stuff. We can say that they are with a lot of the Stern games. We can say that they are with the Jersey Jack games, and we can say that they are with the Spooky games. So when we look at those core four that's here, right, I think you're going to see it just happen more and more, because what happens when manufacturing capability scales up with these other companies and they start releasing 2 games a year? Like, there's going to be a lot.
Where are you currently having fun in pinball?
I'm not.
He's like, I'm not. Hey, let me point this out too, Tom, because I think we played this also.
Have you ever
Freaking,
streamed for 18 hours?
Oh my God,
No.
Expo. But Multimorphic, Princess Bride was fun. Portal was fun.
Portal's awesome.
Like,
Sure.
there's a lot of people upping their game across the board.
Portal is awesome.
Cactus Canyon, Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
fun games from CGC.
Jared and I talked about that a lot on our drive home from Expo. And I was like, all right, Jared, he played Dune when he was there. He played Winchester. He played more Kong, because that was one thing that was really cool. Jared and I commentated for Tom for a few hours. Had a blast. Always loved doing that.
Thank you. And you brought me Diet Dew, which was awesome.
I kept him hydrated, yes. And I loved it. We really have, but it really is so eye-opening when you have all those Sterns sitting out there. And we commentated for 3+ hours. And you know what games we commentated on? It's all Elwins. It's you tournament players. You pick. It was Jurassic Park, Godzilla, Iron Maiden, Jaws, Kong. Outside of those games,
No,
what
wait a
else
second.
did we commentate on?
No, you definitely commentated on Metallica, because I
think there was a
picked that.
Metallica and I think somebody picked a Star Wars, Force Fall of the Empire. I think, but that's it. That's it. Everybody else, it's just like, oh, we're doing Kong again. Oh, we're doing this. Like, clearly, Elwin's doing well. But I don't know. I was just asking, where are you? And I'll ask you too, Travis. Where are you currently having fun in pinball? Because where Jared and I not swapped, but our conversation coming home was like, he's like, dude, I'm just loving these. I'm loving spooky games. I'm loving Barrels of Fun games right now. Like Portal, I was like, okay, you got $11,000. You can buy Evil Dead, or you can buy Dune. You could buy Portal. You could get into a P3 and buy a Portal, or you can buy Kong LE. Where are you at? And in his mind, he's like, dude, those are all really good options. Good options.
As they always say, competition's a good thing.
Oh, or Harry Potter. Harry Potter also, yeah.
Yep.
Like, there's so many good games
that
out
little
there.
game over there by Jersey Jack.
Yeah,
small game. But
we played. We even played
want
Avatar
everybody
again
to
when we were
have
there.
good games.
Yeah,
But
Portal's legit. Portal was playing that. We had Steven Silverman or whatever, like explaining the game, showing us what to do.
Oh yeah,
and
Steven's a good
always
guy.
Cool.
Yeah,
and it's such a unique experience, like to see Jared's face light up when some of the different, like that game Portal is done so well on that system because of where the ball can come up and what. But it's, I know. I mean, I'm in a position. I'm like, dude, do I want to commit to a P3? Portal's by far the most tempting proposal to committing to a P3.
I think too, we're in such interesting times that you see the rise of YouTube, you see the rise of content creators, you see the rise of just people getting their opinions out there, and these designers, the coders, the manufacturers, everybody can get feedback in a very rapid manner.
Yeah.
And that allows them to pivot for future and reiterate, right, for future projects and all that. And I think we're going to see that keep getting driven forward. So that's what fascinates me the most, that I almost feel like just in these past 10 years or so, we've really seen that change go that direction. And we kind of talked about this, Joel, back when Godzilla came out, that I was wondering what would happen, because this layout is so unique, so fun. And I remember we were on a stream, we were talking about how Godzilla will end up being the number one pin of all time. Like, we just knew it right then and there.
Yep.
And I'd always wondered, would people going into the future take that as inspiration for either their designs or how they want to do rules? And I feel like you see the DNA start to spread out more and more between these companies, and even certain things they're doing. Like, I wonder if some of the spooky DNA will get out there elsewhere. I wonder if some of the things Jersey Jack does, whether that DNA. Like, yeah, I mean,
maybe, yeah.
Like, who knows, right? So I'm always curious about that. And that's why I think no matter what, always just be excited about new pinball. Like, you may not like all of it, you may not agree with all of it, but I think each one has a legit reason to exist in the ecosystem. And you can find fun points each one. Tom has lots of fun behind him.
Oh, well, Tom's definition of fun, we already know that, but it's 2025 has been a killer year. Like, honestly, I think Twippy voting and stuff is going to be really hard. Like, so many good games. But I do want you guys to answer that question. Where are you currently finding fun? It's supposed to be open-ended. I'm all about audience participation. Leave a comment. Leave a comment of if you're watching YouTube, leave a comment. Where are you currently finding fun in pinball? Because I'm curious.
Where's your fun, Tom?
When I say that, what stands out to you? Like, what was the first thought of that's fun? That's what I've experienced recently that was fun in pinball.
I'm still thinking about it. I don't know.
I mean, are we talking about... Just go ahead, Tom. Tom knows it now.
I mean, I have fun playing the new games. I have fun interacting with people at shows and tournaments and things like that. I mean, that's my life.
I will, maybe this is, my answer is, when I think of the last few weeks, what were the funnest moments I've had in pinball? The Jedi Ball Saver on this game, it brings me so much joy every single time I see that ball fly out. That is fun to me. Now that I got my X-Men dialed in, just seeing that ball whiz around the playfield when I shoot, that is fun to me. Mm-hmm. And then Dune, I spelled my Dune letters. I got to the wizard mode. Of course, immediately lost it. But since then, on that I did it on stream, playing that first wizard mode is so atmospheric. The sound package, the everything, like that is such a fun moment to me. Like, that's what I'm saying right now. That is what's fun to me in pinball. Dynamic shots, seeing the ball do cool stuff in super atmospheric modes. That's what I'm loving about pinball.
So you know what's interesting about what you're saying? It's that I hope manufacturers are listening to this, because this is what a lot of people feel. And the reason why I hope they're listening to this is because when people see pinball, this is what they first think of. So if you lead with this, if that's your brand identity, that these are your games and that's what you're leading with, more people, I guarantee you, are going to want your products a lot more, because if you emphasize those parts, because that's what's priority for you, Joel, right? Mm-hmm. And Tom, I'm sure you get games, and when you play, that's all you're focused on, is to find fun shots, fun moments. And
absolutely.
Yeah, I think sometimes we get away from that, right? When we look at the art and we look at, the packaging and the toppers and stuff like that, and that's all cool and all, but at the end of the day, you have to play the game. So it's like, what is the cool parts in the game that's fun to play? That's what I'm always looking for.
I completely agree. I will tell you, I will admit, I mean, I've packed up Dune, but I took the glass off and I went ahead and I threw the ball around to see what the second wizard mode is. Awesome. And then I threw the ball around and saw what the third wizard mode is. I'll tell you what, that third wizard mode is incredible, and the way it ends is insane. It's so, like that moment feeling atmospheric light show. It's absurd. So
now, do they have an option to play that, like with your flipper buttons?
I saw on the Pinside forum they're about to add the fourth one, and I think they're going to make it so that you will be able to select the mode, so that way people will get to experience the different ones that are in the game,
like at the start button.
Not at the well, maybe if they would be awesome.
They need
to
put
them
that at the start
modes.
button. Yeah, they
sure.
should.
Challenge modes would be great, but I think the idea is once you've spelled Dune and you hit the scoop to start a mini wizard mode, you actually select which one you're doing. I think that's what they're suggesting. Now, right now, they are in somewhat of a chronological order.
I was just going to say that, aren't they?
Yeah,
chronological.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just they're impressive. That's all I'm saying. Travis, are you having fun in pinball, or you hate it because it's your job now and you just
no? I have fun every day. Like I have the dream job because I'm going to get
sold that air hockey table the other day. I know that really got you going.
Oh my god, yeah, we need to post that picture. Today I put together a bubble hockey table, and those are actually legit. Those are fun.
That's some fun right there.
No, like I wake up. I love working in the pinball industry just because I love what I do. I love helping people understand the game of pinball. I love introducing the game of pinball to people. I love being able to talk to people in pinball, like getting to hang out with you guys. This is my poker night, right? Like this is where I get to have the guys' time. And it just so happens to be there's a couple other people that listen to our knucklehead conversation, So I enjoy all that. That's why no matter what, it's a fun thing. It's for me personally, the whole thing is fun. Yeah, there's some stress about it, but it's like, okay, if a game's not selling so well, okay, that's on me. I got to figure that out. But then there's going to always be the next product. Figure it out from there. Keep going. That's the way I look at it. I never want to, I'll critique certain manufacturers, just give my opinion. But at the end of the day, it's on me to figure this shit out and get it moving to the next person and teach them about pinball and try to spread it out more. So I think there's a lot of it with that I find fun. I just seeing somebody like today, prime example of it. Took a pinball. So there's two people I ran into today that got their first pinball machines today. We took a Willy Wonka to a house, and very first one they've ever owned. And this lady was just over the moon. She was so ecstatic. And so seeing something like that, and she was just like, yeah, we're going to get a Jaws soon. I can't wait to get that. And now we're even thinking about our third pinball machine. I'm like, okay, you guys are going down the rabbit hole.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. And then there was another guy came in with his son-in-law, and sweetheart of a man. He was in there and he's like, my son-in-law has been great. I want to get him something for his birthday. And he's like, he really likes, I know, right? I'm like, I wish my father-in-law would do that for me. Yeah, shout out to Big Steve. I'm sure he's listening to this. Yeah. But he played Star Wars, the newest one, and he just absolutely loved it. And that's what I mean. It's like, it's interesting seeing people that are just now finding out about pinball and they're not quite jaded yet. They don't quite understand you're supposed to not like the art. You're supposed to hate that sound, or you're supposed to not like that layout.
Show him the magnetic ball save, because that probably would have
gotten
real excited.
That
so cool.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
Might have, but
I'm telling you,
that's where
cool,
I find my fun. Yeah, I have more fun doing that or teaching people, like doing the YouTube videos and doing tutorials, than I do actually playing in tournaments. Like I just enjoy that stuff more, or just sitting down and having a beer with you guys. That's fun also.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and cover it. I mean, all three of us were at Expo. My brother was there as well. And thank you to everybody that came and said hi. And it's always humbling and always surprising to know how many people either watch our streams, watch our channels, or listen to this podcast. And we do it because we love it. We've done it 69 episodes. We're going to continue doing this. We have a blast. This is a ton of fun.
69 more. And how many would that be?
138.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That number.
So, wow. I should have let you do it. I should have let you sit
I
there
wouldn't have
and
found that
done
number.
that, man.
Joel, I don't know if you've noticed. I have so much cough medicine in me right now. I'm trying not to cough on the mic.
No, but I honestly, for everybody that did that, it's awesome. We love what we're doing, and we love that it's bringing joy. Apparently, or people are enjoying this. Yeah, love the support. Obviously, thanks for everybody on Patreon that supports us here, or anybody that's bought Silverball swag. It's always funny to see that every month that we sell a T-shirt or two. Thank you for all the kind words at Expo and all the support for this podcast, because it's just the three of us having a conversation. That's all we're doing. Was there anything else you guys want to talk about? Because believe it or not, the reason I'm sitting this way is because Star Wars is leaving tomorrow, and I got to take this glass off and start throwing this ball around and make a tutorial. So I still have to do that tonight. I wasn't going to reset up my streaming rig.
I love how we talked about the rules, and you're like, and then you're like, I'm going to do a tutorial on it tonight.
No, I still got to do a tutorial. I have full faith in Ray. Like, this game, I still recommend this over Guardians. I'm excited to see the direction that this is going to go, because there's only going to be more added to it.
So we need to figure out what is on. So we know what is on your agenda. What's on Tom's agenda this week? What's going on in Tom Graf world?
Modeling jobs.
Is D82 tournaments going well?
Yeah.
Lumberjack Johnny tournaments?
There's a big classics tournament on Saturday at District 82, so that'll be fun.
Nice.
That'll be sweet.
It's all about the score. There are no modes. It's classics.
I did. You guys were doing so. We're in a chat with Carl D'Angelo, and I was like, you guys were talking about score, jackpots, points, all that, and that's what it was. Tom, you're like, yeah, I got X-Men. I got to figure out how to play Sentinel multi-ball again, or Save the City multi-ball. I was like, oh, you hit every shot. The progress is in the upper right. He's like, I know that. I just need to know where the jackpots are and how to do this. I was like, all right, that's right. You're looking for points. Nobody cares about that. So I'm like, Carl, are people going to enjoy your game without focusing on points? And he just said, of course. That's all he wrote. It's like, yeah. So yeah, it's good stuff. But
I like that, Joel. You should have just wrote to him like, Carl, on a scale of shitty to 10, tell me, how good is your game? Just be honest with us.
Is this game going to be fun? Are you going to make it fun? I don't know.
Here's the new meta. You come out with a game, there's no score. No score.
We talked
Joel
about
will
that.
buy
I think
it.
like
Joel will buy it.
40 podcasts ago, we talked about something about that. If you just played a game and it just had the moments in it, to where you don't even know what
at all.
You know,
and they have that now in Stearns. I think they have that on Rush, right? Where you can just have the concert and that's it.
Well,
like on the LCD.
You know the original Super Mario Brothers on NES? It has a score. Who cares? Who cares about the
4-year-old me didn't. My ass was dying to Goombas over and over again. Hell yeah.
You're just trying to beat the levels. Nobody.
But pinball can be that, though, if you're just going for wizard modes.
Yeah.
Like, or you're just trying to.
That's the way I play.
I've done that. I'm like, I don't give a crap about the score. I just want to get to the end so I can get to crash the gate.
Yeah. Exactly. Joel, Tom, and I did that at Stern Pro Circuit Finals. We didn't give a shit about the score.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? The only score that I've really ever cared about is on TNA. TNA, that score, the last digit,
really
shows you how many reactors you've blown up.
Oh,
is that why you cared about it?
So like, yeah, I don't care about any other digits. I care about that last digit. If it's a 4, I destroyed 4 reactors. That's the score. Like, I don't care about score.
Interesting.
I don't care about score. I mean, I say that, but if I go to a bar and I see they have Insider Connected and they have a board set up, and I'm like, wait, that's all I have to do to get my name on that board?
You care about score now?
Score.
Okay.
But in my household, I believe it or not, maybe I'm a chump, but I'm paying for the extra Insider Connected level. I got grandfathered in, so it's only $40 a month. But I'm not going to have home leaderboards.
Did you say $40 a month, or is that $40 a year?
Sports as a kid.
Year.
Okay. Ooh, I was about to say $40 a month, Joel.
No, $40 a year. I'm not going to have a home leaderboard because I'll tell you what, nobody else in this household cares about score. So I don't need to see my name at the top of it.
When I was watching Game 7 of the World Series, I'm like, I don't really care about the score.
That's a completely different game, Tom.
It's not.
Now, They're not out there playing baseball by themselves. Obviously, they're competing against another team. I'm in the basement playing by myself. But what motivates me is how do I get deeper in the game? How do I experience that moment again? That's what I care about.
So you're
not
still
whether or
on the
not I
next
beat my
level.
previous
Yeah,
score.
it's fine.
Think about the most basic level that we talked about earlier, to where there's
basic.
people out there. No,
Yeah.
you're not. I'm saying the most basic level is people that just play the game, that just shoot shots and really have no general idea. They just know that it's lighting up differently.
There's so many of them, and I don't mean it to be rude, but I went to when I first got in the hobby, there was a local collector that had 9 machines. I thought that was crazy that this guy would have 9 machines. He invited me. He had a whole party
Only
to
a
the pinball community.
psychopath would have that many machines.
He had
Joel,
a party.
listen to me. Listen to me one
he
second.
admitted he didn't know any of the rules. He doesn't care.
And
ahead,
that's
Tom.
fine.
That's
Here's
fine.
what I want. You're streaming tomorrow, right?
Sure am.
You streaming Star Wars?
I'm streaming Monsters, baby.
Monsters.
Are you
Here's what
putting
I
a
want-
bounty
Here's
on
what I want you
Monsters?
to do, and you have to do this. You have
Okay,
to do
Tom.
this.
Mm.
This is a demand by Tom Graf.
Oh, I'm listening. Whatever you need.
I,
Tom.
I want you to cover up the score and stream the whole time. No, I'm being dead serious.
There's no
Okay.
I'm
way he'll
being
do
dead
that.
serious.
Joel does not have the
Okay.
Put
balls
your
to do
money
that.
where your mouth is.
Okay, and
I want
what's
you to
who's that?
cover
You think
this-
that's going to bother me?
But you can't cover Jared's score, and he gets to gloat
Yes.
about winning every
that
game.
he beats me on everyone.
Yes.
Okay. What's sad is in my head, I'm already thinking, how would I do that in OBS? Oh, just throw a block over it. But the problem is
No,
at the end of
you
every
just-
game, obviously
just-
the score shows up in the middle.
That's true. You could
Yeah.
But
put
you're still
just
blocking score during the game.
I
Take
could.
a color border and just put it right
Yeah.
over it.
It's easy to do. I just don't. I don't know. That's me.
There's
I
no
don't
way.
care.
Joel will not do that.
I
Tom.
would. I
There's
think
no way.
Zach would just flip out.
Why,
it would be
why
it would
is your
be
game
flip-
covered that way? Yeah.
It'd be flipping out pinball, but in a different.
We'd be
way.
flipping tables. Yeah. Okay. Was there anything else the two of you guys want to talk about tonight?
I will tell you
Or-
what, though, Joel, you're lucky Tom's suggesting this on Munsters, because if there's ever going to be one game to where it's perfectly fine to cover up your score, it's Munsters.
Well,
Because
I
you're
agree.
basically just trying to get to that wizard mode once
Exactly.
or twice throughout the game. So
That's my. I think I have a very clear objective with Monsters.
And
can
so
I
you're
do
gonna
and
it?
I
do
want
it?
to.
I hope
I
so.
want a full report on the
No.
next podcast on the depth of the game.
Oh,
How
I mean,
you
are you
feel
going to
about
block the
depth of it?
score?
should I block
Are
the
you-
score? Sure. Okay. Why not?
Are you
I
going to
think-
do it the whole
I think
entire
it'd
time?
be funny and like just get the chat's reaction to it.
Does he
Yeah.
like? You're not going to let him tell the chat what he's doing. He's just going to purposely just have
No.
it blocked.
I think that would be funny. I think that
So,
would be
feel like,
somebody,
what are you-
hey, why is your score covered?
And you just ignore it the whole time. You're like, what are you talking about?
But I leave Jared's uncovered. That's the
just
goal.
or
Okay.
you could just say like score is beyond me. I don't need the score.
Scores
don't need the
below
points.
me.
Below
I don't
me.
need
I've,
the
as-
points.
Below
I've
me.
ascended. I just go for wizard modes.
Yes.
Hey, I think
We're just
once
gonna
again, if you're
block-
watching this on YouTube, do you care about the score? Do you care? Leave a comment. Let us know. I don't.
No, I
don't,
know. I mean, I know there's people that don't care about the score, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I
points.
wish you and Jared would do?
Mm.
Here's how, Tom, we could really cover up score. I wish you and Jared would have, and I'd watch the shit out of this. You guys have a competition night towards pin golf, objective
Oh.
pin golf.
I just
That would be
want Zach to bring Joel and EM to play.
Oh gosh,
And
He
him
can
Then
be
get
I am
like,
caring about the
I
score.
don't-
Yeah. When there's
I don't
no,
care
yeah.
about the score.
Then I do care about it. Clearly, if I was
Joel.
yes.
Joel could Discord in Bob
Yeah.
Matthews. It'd be
Oh,
awesome.
man.
don't know.
So yes, the score. Yeah, it's. I will say, anytime that Zach is part of the stream and he sets bounties to do giveaways, the bounties they're always pin golf related. They're always achievement based. He's never been like, oh, if you break 10 million, you get, we'll do a giveaway. No, it's like if you can get to that mini wizard mode, if you can complete this task, Dune,
That's
if you
fine.
can
I mean,
save your
I've-
ball, the one-handed prophecy mode, like
I've had
the
pin golf
one-handed-
tournaments where
yeah.
score wasn't a thing. It was you got to do
Pin
this
skins,
objective,
baby.
achievements.
and that.
But even
and that,
the tournament you
and
just played, the
I was
Stern
just
Pro
going to
Circuit.
say that the Stern Pro
Yeah.
Circuit.
Yep. And that's the last
no
time
score.
we'll ever talk about that godforsaken tournament again. So
No, I mean, I do. And Josh had asked me and I told him straight out, I said, I like it,
Who won it?
even though I got smashed, I liked it.
I think ZMAC did. ZMAC beat Raymond.
Yes.
So they can
finals.
win in any format, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
The,
pretty
uh,
much.
Oh well,
Yeah.
yeah. Talent's gonna. They're too good. They're way too good.
All right.
It's okay.
Okay. Let's plug this. Let's plug it up. We'll start with you, Tom.
I do triple drain like Travis
Yes, you do, and you do it well.
and Fox.
Hell yeah.
Better than most. Yeah. Fox 80s Pinball. Check out his stuff on Silverball Swag. Check him out on Twitch. Check him out on all the socials.
Just
And
just
I mean
check
all of them.
just check me out.
Just-
Oh yeah.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Travis.
baby.
Oh,
I also do
yeah.
triple drain with Tom and occasionally Joel. Joel's on here too. He's great. And then YouTube at the Pinball Company. You guys can watch that. See me be a fool over there doing tutorials and stuff like that.
I can't
So,
wait for your next one, dude. I cannot.
Dude,
Travis
it's gonna be
he's
lit.
heading in a whole
It-
new direction.
Just
And I
some.
am so excited for him.
Just some. I've had so many people asking me for this. I'm just like gritting through my teeth. I felt like Kent Murphy bunning.
Mm.
Now that's you
I'm
guys
so
probably don't
excited
know
for
that.
you.
That's like a deep cut. But yeah, we'll see.
I'm
Is there
really happy
a
for you.
score involved in bunning?
Well. All
No,
right,
this
then-
video would have been out today too, but I had to redo some things because it actually got clipped for copyright, and I'm like, okay, that's weird.
Oof.
hmm
Which
Yeah,
one was that?
Yeah. It's on
Mandalorian.
Mando.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I'll just go out and say it. There's no hiding it. Like I'm challenging Joel for
Mm.
his glass off world championship.
I mean, imitation's the sincerest form of flattery. That's what I've heard. So, when you think, hey, how do you do a tutorial well? Let's get that glass off. That's
Get
what
the
I'm
glass.
saying. Get the
But we're
glass
not
off.
telling you
Get
rules
that outta
though.
here.
But I'm not
That's
telling
fine.
them rules.
No.
It's
That's
strategy. It's pure strategy.
No,
Yep.
it's needed because I've had people turn to me and they're like, okay, I'm in a tournament. How do I score the most points? I'm like,
And you're asking Joel?
I don't. Yeah. Or they're like, you know this game. Where's the Atta-ball? I'm like, I should probably
Name
know
and
it, but I
shame
don't.
these people, Joel.
Yeah.
We need to know what souls need saving.
They need better options, is what I'm saying. They
Joel,
need to go elsewhere.
you definitely have rules knowledge.
I've learned.
Yeah.
I enjoy pinball and I enjoy learning the rules. And I love it. I have huge respect for game designers and whatnot because it's hard to make
I
these fun,
mean,
and they're fun.
Joel, I know we give you shit all the time, but I will tell the
All the
listeners,
time.
that Joel knows
really all
his
the time.
stuff.
Yeah,
Just
it's all the
ignore that he thought there was no upper flipper on Foo Fighters and and all that. So it's fine.
I do know there's an upper flipper on Led Zeppelin because I had that shot dialed in. Baby.
Oh,
Unlike Travis. And I know when's the time to buy a game, and that's when you can buy an X-Men, right, Tom? So
That's right.
Yep. All right, Travis. No, he won't. Okay, and yes, I do the Flipping Out Pinball stream every Wednesday night with my brother. We also have some tutorials there, so check out the soon to be Star Wars Fall of the Empire tutorial. Hopefully, I'm going to film that literally right now. And check a lot of our stuff out on what are we got some merch on Zazzle, Silverball Swag. Do the beat the score, submit some stuff to Stern's Beat the Score. I think that's a really cool thing to potentially have your own username as a badge. I think is a really cool thing that they're doing there. And hopefully Spooky has an amazing reveal in a few days, and look forward to Beetlejuice. And yeah, I know we'll definitely record before the end of the year to try to round out our thoughts on the year and all that fun stuff. But yeah, really appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the people that said hi at Expo. Appreciate all the people that listen. Like always, Tom, you get the last words.
Don't reject anybody like the Death Star.